Well, howdy, loved ones. It is old Clobber Eyes. We are back for part 3 of the Muse stream. Everybody's loving this Muse stream. She is so full of shit. I'm glad people are enjoying it. Today, again, of course, we got our good friend, Mr. Wes Moast, is in the house. What's up, Wes?
Not much, thank you. Hello.
We have the lovely Miss Tiffany Lockheart is here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, guys. That was your opportunity to give us a hey, guys.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
And then we also are joined with, he was the star of this live stream that Muse did. I got Mugnuts is here. What's up, Mugnuts?
All right.
Star? No.
Yeah.
No. I was just there.
I consider you a star. So without, you don't have to give us too much detail. Like, we don't need to know where you work, that kind of stuff. But can you give us kind of a...
Well, you know what? Hold on. Before we do that, because I think people are still coming in.
Okay.
Why don't we kind of remind people of where we were in the stream and then give them a little bit of a primer about what's about to come up so that he doesn't have to repeat himself over and over again.
Okay. So when we last left our victim, she was talking about how Brittany Simon victimized her and...
Deserved everything she got.
The last thing that we heard was that Brittany Simon deserved everything that she got, and she showed us the scars, which again really didn't prove anything because, as Wes was saying, somebody in that community would have scars. It's
so funny to hear Clobber try and say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. So yeah. So
scarring would not be indicative of any kind of abuse. It would more so be a sign of, like a badge of honor within the BDSM Dom sub impact play community, which she claimed to be a part of.
I do also want to say that, again, all of the donations are going to be going to the Polaris Project, and Polaris Project is actually matching all donations. So if you donate $100 to Polaris Project, they get $200.
We should have had Tiffany do that math.
Yeah, right.
Before you did it for her.
So Tiffany, if Polaris Project... if they're matching and we give them $50, how much are they going to actually get?
All right, so we have 50, and then we're gonna double that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I feel like I have to carry something.
Put away your calculator.
Yeah. Okay. So they're gonna get $100.
$100. She got it right, everybody.
I did.
On the first time. So I think this is going to be, that's a good sign for the stream.
Yeah, we're starting off well. So, okay. So Mugnuts, if you can give us a little idea of your training or your background.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I wasn't ready for that, even though I prepared for it.
Well, you could be vague. You could just kind of tell us why.
Yeah. So I had a bit of a career that involved when I first got into it, I used to work a position called loss prevention for retail, but the majority of their recovery came from doing internal investigations. So I kind of moved up on the trail in that, and that led into some nice training that the company provided with a group called Wicklanders-Zalowski. So that was a group that was formed by several former FBI agents that had gone over and compiled thousands of hours of footage and came up with a specific technique to help with interviews for deception detection and whatnot. So I did that for a while, along with the experience of consistently just applying the techniques and method through it. Work surveillance jobs, stuff like that. But a lot of the time I'd end up in a room after an investigation, having an interview with a dishonest person, and then we would go from there to extract confessions, restitution, stuff like that.
All right.
So that's
cool.
kind of the gist of where it all started.
Sounds good. So, and you were kind of reading her throughout this entire stream.
Well, I found the link in the one server I'm part of. Someone had posted it there, and I popped in, and it was at about.
Okay, can I interrupt you guys real quick? People are saying they're having a hard time hearing Mugnuts.
I'll deep throat the mic if that helps.
That's perfect.
One
Is that
sec.
better?
Yeah, one sec. We got a donation coming in.
Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
Heisenberg White donated $3.33.
Thank you, Heisenberg.
Can't wait for what promises to be the greatest live stream of our generation. I humble myself before you streaming gods.
Oh my goodness.
Truly you own every hour of every day, and I was a fool to try to stream at the same time. I love you, not bitter, after stream.
Aw, thank you, Heisenberg. So Heisenberg donated $3.33. How much is Polaris Project getting, Tiffany?
Give her a minute. $3.
Yeah, never mind, Tiffany. That's okay.
We're not doing this.
Go back to
I
sleep.
want to say that Heisenberg is streaming after this stream. So he was going to stream now, but then he knew that he couldn't compete with the might of the four that are here today. Mm-hmm. So push that back. So if you enjoy mildly entertaining streams, then you definitely want to go check out Heisenberg after this.
Yeah.
And be mildly entertained. So that's your shout out, Heisenberg.
All right. So Mugnuts, you were pretty much reading her through this entire stream, because you made a lot of comments.
Aside from the first 20 or so minutes.
Right.
Yeah. I kind of popped in and I wanted to see her reaction for just some of the regular questions there. When I found out it was an Ask Me Anything, it was just like, I literally did the rubbing of hands and and everything, and I was just ready to go. Like there is one kind of downside in the one aspect in there is she did have a lot of people in the group, so it's not a one-on-one situation. So she had a lot of ways to deflect, right? Mm-hmm. She had a lot of people that she could back up on her side and everything like that. But she did also have kind of an equal amount of stressors that were giving her the business, like Stan Chan and whatnot.
Yeah.
Tiffany, okay, so I re-listened to when she says the "Who are you?" It's not a deception tone, but it is a tone of she's trying to call out whoever this person is as possibly being someone she suspects it. Right? So that kind of the "Who are you?" She's seeing all the different names in there, so she's probably assuming that you're Wes or Baked Salmon or just someone else that's using an alt name to further discredit her.
Well, I would be fine being Baked Salmon or really anybody else except for Wes. That's insulting. That is insulting.
And really, Mug, we brought you in just to answer the question to analyze the "Who are you?" comment.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
So
we really needed to know. We really needed to know if Muse didn't know who Tiffany Lockheart was. Tiffany's got a very fragile ego, and she was upset that there was somebody out there who didn't know who the great Tiffany Lockheart was.
Exactly.
All right, so
I guess that kind of goes into if you're wondering if she actually paid attention to Wes's videos on her, where Tiffany was doing the readings as her voice.
Oh, she knows who Tiffany Lockheart is.
And she's watched the videos many times. There's a really good chance she's here in the stream right now, so she knows who Tiffany. She knew exactly who Tiffany was. And I think it was more of a question like, "Who the fuck are you?" to be questioning me, type deal. In my mind.
All right, so you guys ready to continue on?
Oh yeah.
Let's get some more of this Corey Quinn. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more of Little Tay, because Little Tay has captured America's heart, I think.
Yeah, people can't get enough of Little Tay.
Little Tay and Mary Poopins. There should be a spin-off with just Little Tay and Mary Poopins.
Traveling around in like a van,
solving crimes.
Solving crimes and helping people.
Yeah.
Because that's really what she wanted to do ultimately, was help people. So mostly herself, but also maybe other people if she can fit it in.
Yeah, if there's time.
if there's time.
Yeah.
That's my surgery scar, but right there. And she asked why I didn't like them. What kind of sick person asked that? She deserved everything that she got. And more, to be honest. If I could figure out how to fucking mail her a restraining order, she'd already have one. She was sent a cease and desist ages ago.
Yeah, but she wasn't sent the cease and desist.
I got a cease and desist.
Yeah, Wes got a cease and desist.
The cease and desist, like I said, it might as well have been written in crayon on the. It wasn't anything legally binding. It was telling me that I needed to stop talking about her and telling the story about what happened, or she would take legal action. Which she did, but not successfully. So cease and desist meant nothing.
Yes. She worked very hard on that cease and desist too. Okay, well, again, she is going to be answering by like throwing her hands up and clapping. So, Miss Lockhart,
Yes.
would you do the honors of reading this?
Oh, yeah. Hang on 1 second.
I could do it if you want.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Just Eating Tush is back.
Oh.
Yes.
And she says, Amen, Phoenix. Medical records are private.
Mm-hmm. Except when you make a GoFundMe and it's the whole basis of your GoFundMe and you're saying, well, I have all these conditions. Don't ask about them. Just gimme, gimme, gimme.
And also, I don't know, maybe she wasn't aware of this, but you can't violate your own HIPAA. Like you can give any medical records you want to anybody.
Of course, and well, that was the thing is in the question before that was someone was saying, why can't you show your medical show proof that you have any of these things? And so then Tush came in with guys, that's such a offensive question. How dare you? But when your entire basis, your entire existence is off the fact that you have DID and 19 other things, and you've been collecting money and trying to build a quote unquote community around this, then at some point you need to, like, if you say you're a cordon bleu chef and all you're making is hot dogs, at some point you need to prove that you are classically trained to make something better. And that's the best analogy I can come up with right now. So fuck all you.
Wow, a fitting analogy since my boy TCAP Recipes is here.
Oh, that's true.
Go ahead,
Chicken
Mugs.
fries.
Chicken fries.
One would think that she would have certain prescriptions.
Volume.
The vast majority, especially
volume Mugnuts.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm wondering what prescriptions that she had ever had laying around with her bottles and her name on it and all that.
Oh, that's a good question. I have some of those. I have one of those here. I also have journals that show the medications, and none of it matches up the things that she's talking about having. So, and also some things written in her own hand, from 2018, 2019, talking about the actual diagnosed medical conditions, which again don't match anything that was listed on the. Because when she was listing the various things she had, the STI was not one of them that was listed. That Brittany Simon brought up. That wasn't one of those listed on the so far I have blank, or the other the other things. But some things just aren't as sexy when you're trying to collect donations.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to start up a GoFundMe for herpes.
No, I don't think so. Or there'd be a lot of
herpes scraper. Please donate.
Yeah.
Oh, Lauren Comedy's in the chat.
There's no foods that I need to stay away
Lauren.
from. Every food makes me ill. I could drain my stomach right now. Like, there's no... there's no...
Wait, what about chicken fries, though?
Well, as Kat Wild said in the interview that I had with her, the first meal Muse wanted after arriving in Georgia was chicken fries, and the excuse was, it's the only solid food my system can handle. Which, what an endorsement for Burger King. If they're not already actively seeking the endorsement of the Gastroparesis Society,
Right.
chicken fries being the only food approved, then they definitely should. But it was just funny because that was the first meal she wanted when arriving here. So if Burger King gets rid of chicken fries, because those were at one point they were just a limited time thing. If they do go away like the McRib, I think Muse might wilt away.
There's gonna be trouble.
Yeah. Well, Muse is gone. I think Lil Tay and the rest of the crew might be in some trouble.
You know how Lil Tay gets when he doesn't get his chicken fries.
Well, I think Lil Tay's a she. Actually.
Is Lil Tay a she? Okay.
Yeah, Lil Tay for the 4-year-old was a female.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you were wrong the whole time.
Yeah, no, I was. I apologize.
Even I knew that.
I apologize, Lil Tay.
No food that's not going to make me sick. It's not the issue of sensitivity. It's the issue of the fact that it doesn't digest. Like, Thank you, Lillian, for always being here. I appreciate
like
you.
you're so stupid for thinking that I can eat food, but that's all I do.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
much so that
obviously, like that's such a stupid thing. Of course I can't eat food. I have gastroparesis. I have a feeding tube. I will literally get sick, and the literal DA is going to be pissed off
oh
Yeah.
shit,
because
Dan
I'm
Allen.
too sick to go to my own court appearance. But it's like the demeanor of it. It's like 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 you fucking idiots. Except who has the receipts for when they had to go buy her chicken fries, spicy tacos, Pringles, like all kinds of shit.
Well,
she shoved in her fucking mouth.
That's why Wes
Sorry.
had to charge her $75 a month instead of free, because like
Yeah, it's free just to recoup the food, and it was just a principle thing. Like you're not going to just eat and leave food scraps and everything in your rat pile, and then I'm just paying for it. I wanted her to leave, but I still didn't want her to just have an entire free ride the whole time.
Yeah.
To be fair, though,
Before she left, you should have asked her what her recipe was on the porkless shakes.
yeah, that would have been good. TCAP Recipes, are you listening? I hope you have a pen and paper ready. But to be fair, she did miss that that court hearing for a very, very important reason.
That's true. And what was that reason called?
She had a series of TikToks to make.
Yeah, you got to make those TikToks.
Yeah, the TikToks aren't going to make themselves,
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
More
Can
than you know.
someone read this comment here? Because they're not being read.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Tiff.
Okay, so Lillian Shipstead, I am so sorry you have to go through this. Just know not all people are against you. I truly believe you, and I'm proud of you. That's really nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Lillian.
Yeah.
So there's probably, at this point, there's probably 2 people in the chat on her side and about 18 who, aren't buying
Which
her
is
shit.
there for the train wreck.
Yeah. Well, they're either there for the train wreck or they're there to get some answers.
Yeah.
Some like legit answers, but
There's a lot of neutrals in there too.
Yeah. Oh, there were some people who had no idea.
No. And I appreciate you also being open about everything that you've gone through. And I always try and allow you the space
Can you
to.
pause that? So the woman pictured, now I don't know who this person is, but they look like they're probably dealing with some medical conditions. And you heard Muse there. I appreciate you always sharing. And I wonder how much of this woman's experience that she was taking to mold into her own.
Yeah, it's just going to be like Ree and her husband and everyone else.
Yes, you find people who are dealing with these things so that you can steal a little bit of that knowledge, and so that you could sound more presentable. You could sound like you know what you're talking about. That's one of the things they always say about people with Munchausen's or Munchausen by proxy is that they always have an almost encyclopedia-like knowledge of these medical things. It's because they can't explain what it feels like to actually have these things. So they have to go by what they've been told or what they read.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that I kind of subtly call out later in here.
Oh, we'll get to it.
We'll get to that one. Yeah.
Tell your story and share your experiences, because that was the purpose of this channel when Muse had started it. The purpose of this channel was not to tear other people down. The purpose of this channel was to give a voice to people.
Which one of her channels was to purposely tear people down? Because I know there was a channel that was dedicated to tearing people down.
Right now, she's talking about my channel being just solely to tear people down.
Right, but I mean, she had a channel that was dedicated to tearing people down, and I'm wondering which one she is plugging right now.
That was, after all this stuff happened, she wiped everything on her channel. So all the Brittany Simon stuff came down, anything about that. And then she started trying to make like these positive type, hey, I'm a good person and I want to help people. I remember she did something where she like ripped an interview from some model who had an eating disorder or something like that. And so she wanted to now she was going to try and be the person that she actually was claiming to be, which was someone trying to advocate for people. But, it was going to be short lived until she could infiltrate another group to grift from.
Yeah.
Like we did with the girl who had an eating disorder, like we did with a lot of different situations. It was about helping other people. It was about reminding people that they are not alone and that they can overcome this, whatever this be, whether it be disability or whether it be abuse. But abuse wasn't even a topic on our channel for quite some time. Our channel didn't have a topic for quite some time, to be honest. YouTube Schizophrenic are even in here still, my dude.
She's reaching out for that
You
lifeline.
might help me be able to format this a little bit better and stop feeling like I'm
exactly.
sweating from not like just the. Yep. Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
Debbie B donated $5.
Thank you, Debbie.
Wanted to say hi and bye. Gotta go.
Thank you,
Here's
Debbie.
money for Polaris. Love all y'alls.
Bless you, Debbie. And since Tiffany has trouble with numbers, that is actually going to be $10 going to Polaris. So thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie.
Debbie,
And thank you, Clabber, for explaining that to me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
But being very anxious.
Feeling the heat a little bit.
So let's talk about.
Pause. So you guys are really missing out here on these comments coming up. What's going on?
Yeah, I apologize.
Okay. So Just Eating Tush is back again.
She's coming back for seconds. Sorry.
You don't know what their doctor has told them. They can and can't eat. Everybody's body is different. Everyone's body is different. Once again, Wes only mentioned the food thing to emotionally abuse them. What an asshole.
Yeah, which, as I've explained and even explained in the first video, that to me was the first red flag at my house was just the eating. If you're claiming that you can't eat these things and that's all you're eating. And once she got here, the emergency surgery that she needed wasn't mentioned again for weeks. She was now like 140 miles from where she needed to get to for her emergency surgery, but it just didn't get brought up again. What did get brought up was the different yummy foods that she wanted to eat. And then later would say that I was forcing her to eat these things. So no, it was never about emotional abuse. And had she just left my house like a regular person, she would have got money. And I never, ever, ever would have spoken about her because it was just a 2-week nothing experience. And that's what it should have been. And she turned it into this.
Okay.
We're going to talk about two things, actually.
And Mugnuts, if you're picking up on anything on her, just go ahead and speak up and I'll pause the video.
We're going to talk about the emotional abuse comment that she has just brought up. And then we're also going to talk about...
how a romantic dinner would go with her with a shinster and the strawberries.
Yeah, wow.
Sorry if I got a delay.
Yeah, she's going to have to bring chicken fries. He's going to have to bring chicken fries instead of koalas and strawberries.
No.
What our official
fit
diagnosis
in a tube.
and things of the nature is. Because apparently we haven't done a good enough job on our channel talking about that. So we are going to do that now. For those that...
So I'm going to do one call out here.
Okay.
Volume, though, before you do my...
So one thing that... it's right by my mouth. It's best I can do right now.
I hear you. Okay.
So one thing that had been coming up, I called out... Okay. I had called it out in the chat on the first stream that you guys had done. But the continual raising up of her hand up on top of her head there, right? That's a really good indicator of it's kind of her coping mechanism in a way. Like the raising the hand up. When you get the both hands up over the head, it's kind of that worry moment, right? Where like you watch a football game and your team's about to lose after they had a 40-point lead. Your hands go up and you're just sitting there in disbelief on it, right? In a way that she's consistently raising her hand and rubbing her hair in there. That is one of her stress tells, definitely.
That's really interesting. So, like, if you're watching Super Bowl 53,
I'm so glad. Well, Tiffany, it could have went either way.
Well, I'm just wondering if you're watching Super Bowl 53 and Tom Brady's running out in the flat and there's no one around him for 15, 20 yards and this pass is perfectly thrown to him and then he drops the ball. Do you think people would probably have be in that same position with both hands over their head going, why am I a Patriots fan? Why?
Yes. Thank you, Wes, for not bringing up Cody Parkey.
I don't even remember the Bears doing anything since the Super Bowl shuffle.
We were in the goddamn playoffs 2 years ago.
Yeah, no one remembers that.
Clobber does.
Feel that they've been impacted.
Go ahead, Muck.
No, never mind. It's okay. It'll be too long-winded. There is another kind of explanation for the way that the hands go up. It's as a preparation for the lungs to take in more oxygen, release heat and stuff like that. So, but that's kind of close to the ball dropping one you're thinking of.
Yeah.
And Gorilla Face Gwen just donated and said, "Missed you, my precious little princess. My pedo son is fucking chickens." Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Nice for Gwen to show up.
Yeah, Gorilla Face Gwen.
By us not knowing. So we're going to put that
Okay, Miss Lockhart.
The YouTube schizophrenic is going to say something to the YouTube dissociative.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing is why my personal life is off limits to people on YouTube. It's just used to gather tools to conquer your psyche. Okay. Psycho.
Okay.
Coming up as we talk about this.
See what the answer is.
So,
but she's helping people. She's
oh yeah, definitely.
She's what about her community?
Helping herself to people.
She can't fail her community. Her community now needs her now more than ever. All four of them.
The issue with our gastroparesis, for those of you who haven't followed along with our journey, we started documenting this because of the fact that we were hospitalized while we were still dancing. Had been throwing up a lot. That's when.
And when she says dancing, she means on cam.
Naked. No, she danced at a club.
Oh.
One of her Twitter accounts, if it hasn't been taken down the last few days, it's still from when she was dancing at the club and naked twerking on right there on her Twitter page.
Okay.
So yeah, no. When she's talking about dancing, she was dancing in a club, and as far as the throwing up, the constantly throwing up, that I do believe, not for the reason why she's going to claim that she was throwing up.
Yeah. Okay.
The key characteristics.
I've got a long one for you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. We'll run it back about 15 seconds, but not yet. Okay, so one of the things that we work off of for our deception detection is the reactions that our body has to certain stimuli. Not only that, the way that our brain basically you can correspond certain brain activity with eye movements, right? So when it comes to accessing visual aspects, whether it be creative or your memory, your eyes will go up, right? When it's for audio, your eyes will go to the side. And when it's emotion, tactile, things you felt, stuff like that, smells, cry moments, all that stuff like that, your eyes go towards down. So our brain is also separated into two hemispheres. So one side is our creative, the other side is our constructive side, our imagination. Okay, so when your brain is accessing those types, you will get eye movements that correspond with what parts of your brain are activated, right? So I've already done quite a few views on Muse's video, and I've determined what her creative side and her memory side are. It's each person, it's one or the other. If your creative's on your left, then your memory's on your right, right? So if your memory's on your left, then your creative's on your right. So when she looks towards her right, that's already her creative side. When she looks towards her left, that's her memory side. So with that in mind, think of eye movements to the side are what you hear and what you're speaking. Down is your emotion, and up is what you've seen. And if you go back 15 seconds, pay note to her eyes as she's telling the story of what she is claiming to be a memory.
Key characteristics of gastroparesis is not being able to hold down food. So I would get off of work and I wouldn't have ate hardly any.
Oh wait, didn't go back to the right spot. Okay.
Talking about that. So we are going to do that now for those that feel that they've been impacted by us not knowing. So we're going to put that comment up as we talk about this. So the issue with our gastroparesis, for those of you who haven't followed along with our journey, we started documenting this because of the fact that Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
No Cheeseburger DBL Pickles donated $3.
No cheeseburger?
Thanks a whole lot for the great content.
Thank you, No Cheeseburger. Double pickles. God bless you. And that's actually $6, Tiffany, if you're scoring along at home.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
While we were still dancing, had been throwing up. Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun? One of the key characters. Who are you?
Elizabeth donated $80.
Oh my God,
Thanks
Elizabeth.
for the laughs and helping out a good cause.
Thank you. I'm not even gonna let Tiffany try to come up with this
well, we
one.
have double digits now.
Yeah, no. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And so this is actually going to be $160 that's going to go to the Polaris Project. Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Characteristics of gastroparesis is not being able to hold down food. So I would get off of work and I wouldn't have ate hardly anything because everything has always made me feel sick my entire life. So I'm giving you guys a little bit of a backstory to build up. That way you can fully understand the context. So here we go. I did have an eating disorder, yes. That was when I was started probably around 12, and then it went until about 16, 17. Went to treatment. It is still on my chart as something that I went through. It's not something that I'm actively being treated with. Or if you're typing a question right now, it's not going to be addressed. So,
so go fuck yourself.
And hold your comments, to be honest, because you're not going to getting flown up. So
you have 20 people in this stream. Like you're acting like you're you're acting like there's 10,000 people here. There's like 11 people in this stream, and she's.
Well, I'm sure if the comments would have been all positive or all questions about like, well, how long have you been dealing with this, and things where people were believing her, she wouldn't have a problem with the large number of questions. But it was a lot of people who were calling out bullshit, and she didn't want any of those. So yeah, she wasn't going to address it.
Yeah, she doesn't have a full stream. She's no Jordan comedy. I'll tell you that.
Not everyone is gifted at improv.
Right, yeah, and attracts that big of a crowd. Yeah.
That Tiffany Lockheart, who are you,
hun?
Tiffany
Lockhart.
Who are you?
Heisenberg White donated $3.
Thank you,
14. Forget putting Tiffany on the spot for math. Let's try a memory test. Hey Tiffany, how much was the last donation that came through literally 1 minute ago?
It was $80.
Well, yeah.
Boom. See?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's no dummy, Heisenberg.
Nice try. Nice try.
So I
Just don't ask me that again.
Yeah. So, thank God it was only a minute ago.
Yeah.
Treated for anorexia since that period of time.
Thank you, Heisenberg.
Going further, went to the hospital, had a bunch of tests done. Give me 1 second.
No, what's going on? What's going on here?
Yeah, and I remember at this point we thought maybe she had killed the stream, or we didn't know what was going on. I think it might have been a switch though. Is
Seth coming to is Quinn or Corey coming to handle this?
It might be Rick. I'm not really sure who's coming out.
Rick is Mary Poppins coming out?
No.
Is this like a costume change for Mary Poppins?
Maybe it's Mario. I'm not really sure who all was in there though.
I'm hoping it's Mary Poppins.
Well, that would be special.
Yeah, she's got to get her umbrella and her house coat.
Well, I think the most important thing about Mary Poppins is the actual poop.
Yeah, well, well, she got that.
The costume's just a costume, but even if she's just getting up in the middle of the night to go to to go get something out of the kitchen, she could poop in the hallway. She's still Mary Poppins.
Yeah, no, she's got that. She's got that.
I think there's a little Mary Poppins in all of us.
If you look in your heart, I think a little bit. I think all of us have a little Mary Poppins in us.
Yeah.
Look in your heart.
There's a little bit of poop in all of you.
And then I'll shit on your floor. There we go.
Went to the hospital. Had a bunch of tests done. I was there for about a week. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. They ran a bunch of different tests, as I just said. There's a video that is up on YouTube Schizophrenic's channel of Quinn going through our channel and talking about every single thing that we've ever posted, besides the live streams. I realized the live streams didn't get.
That was the what she's talking about now, the video. That was the birthday stream when she had said she was going to, after I think my second video came out, she was going to leave YouTube and take that 2-year sabbatical.
Yes.
To mentally recuperate and, you know, get over all the abuse that I had caused her by telling the truth about who and what she was.
And poop on some floors.
What the hell? What accent was that?
That's my Mary Poppins. That was great.
Mary Poppins sounds horrible. So she was supposed to leave, and then, you know, people like this can't stay away. So it was like a week or two later, she was back talking about it's the body's birthday and the body's going to celebrate. And, you know, there was the tweeting at Onision.
Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
I'm just Bay now and has donated $20. I don't have a clever comment. I'm just fine AWH nest. I'm so guilty I'm under a rock.
I'm cold as a clam. Thank you. I'm just being. I'm always honest.
I don't like Lars.
Thank you. I'm just being honest. $20.
Very nice. So she was supposed to stay gone, and she came back on her birthday trying to cause a lot, trying to drum up interest in a live stream she was doing that night, but no one cared. So she ended up doing the live stream with YouTube Schizophrenic, and it was about 4 hours of just shit talking, going through her old videos. And what was so cool about that is by that time, all of her videos were gone. But now, because she did that stream, then I have the receipts of all those and what matches up versus what matches up in her own journals and the receipts that have come from others since that time. So I really appreciate her doing that 4-hour stream.
Yeah, thank you.
On her birthday. Thank you so much, Muse, for providing your own receipts, because there's nothing better than when it's their own receipt that you can say, well, you said this on this day, and then you said this on this day, so, you know, how do those don't match up?
But that was Muse. That was Muse back then. That
was Muse.
That was 2 weeks before that. She's a different person.
Muse did admit to manipulating the public about her personal safety. But, you know, Muse was no longer here.
Yeah, we can't blame any of this
you
stuff
can't
on
blame
her.
Muse for something. You can't blame Rick for something Muse did.
Yeah. And we know it's not Little Tay's fault.
No, Little Tay's...
Little Tay can't even walk.
Little Tay can text her 4-year-old ass off.
Oh, my God, Little Tay.
And it's like the sentence structure and everything was pretty impressive for 4.
Yeah.
I would say prodigy level. So
yeah, I think we should. I think there's some Bobby Fischer shit going on with Lil Tay.
Added to that video. I do apologize, but there's really not a way that I could show you an entire length of the live stream within like that short of a time period. So,
so if you
got the first NG tube placed.
If you want proof,
people have asked questions of why we didn't get an NJ tube. An NJ tube probably wouldn't have been a good option anyways, and the reason that they didn't do that one at first is actually the reason why I had to have the last feeding tube in my stomach replaced. So, Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
Muse Talks Chicken Fries donated $3. Don't forget the Cash App.
Muse Talks Chicken Fries.
Oh, if anyone here, there's a TCAP recipes in the chat, and he makes a lot of really great recipes on his channel. And just this week, he made some homemade chicken fries that, I mean, I never had the chicken fries because you're not going to get a chicken fry away from me. No. So I never actually had a chicken fry, but the guy made his own homemade recipe, and they look awesome. So after this stream, I highly recommend you guys check out TCAP recipes and his delicious chicken fries.
Yeah, Muse approved. The Muse approved TCAP recipes chicken fries. Hopefully she'll do a commercial for you one of these days, TCAP.
For TCAP recipes, and that's a collab I want to see.
Yeah.
Our jejunum, small intestine, isn't shaped the way that most are. So what had happened was not actually an infection with this previous surgery. It had flipped out of my jejunum into my stomach. So everything that I was feeding down into my jejunum to bypass my stomach was then getting put back into my stomach, which was making me sick. So while I was
never, ever, ever did she get sick after eating. There was none of that. Okay. Not once did she get sick, unless she was in the late night showers and stuff that she would go do after eating. If that was eliminating what was in the stomach. But I mean, I went places with her where she ate, and there wasn't like, man, I don't feel good, I need to get home, I'm going to be sick. There was never any of that.
Okay. You would think there would have been, but
there I was draining a lot because I couldn't necessarily use the tube because the tube wasn't working. So I was having to eat high calorie things, which if you're really going to bash people that have a history of an eating disorder, and if I don't eat, my stomach will have atrophy, that's kind of on you. That's a personal initiative. You can do what you want, but that's a really weird.
So again, you've heard of when like an actor is going to take on some role and they need to bulk up or they need to gain weight. Yeah, high calorie foods, but it wouldn't be chicken fries and Doritos. It's going to be calorie dense. It's if she was supposed to be eating high calorie foods, it would have had some sort of nutritional value to it.
And you said that you had bought a lot of gastro-friendly food.
Yeah, well, I saw the list of things that you're supposed to eat on gastroparesis, and none of those things, she didn't want any of those things. There was never a request for a vegetable or fruit or any of that of any type. If she was eating, it was ramen noodles, because I know she likes taking them ramen noodles. It was ramen noodles. It was egg sandwiches, burgers. It was like it was fast food, junk food type things. That's what she wanted, and snacks. Mm-hmm. And she would take them up to the room and like hide them amongst her things or put them in the closet like she had gone downstairs and shopped for them.
Can I just, before we continue, can I just say that, am I not the best in the business at pausing at just the right?
She doesn't want to eat them, she just wants to smell them.
Well, and to be fair, you can pause at any point during this.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to
pat yourself on the back. Yeah, I wasn't going to let you have that one.
I know. God damn it.
Flex. But yeah, so basically, stomach is paralyzed.
And the thing is, too, if I could just add something, no one is making fun of anybody who has an eating disorder. Nobody is making fun of anyone who has to eat a special diet or if they're struggling with something. That's not the point. And she's trying to make that the point because she desperately wants whatever's going on with her to be real, or whatever she's, the fact that she's trying to push this agenda that she can't eat real food and she gets sick and all that kind of stuff. If that was legitimate, then fine and great. I mean, and hopefully she gets better. But the point is that clearly there's something else going on where that's not 100% the truth. And that's what people are going to have a problem with. So she can try to make it like, if you're going to make fun of somebody that has an eating disorder, that's on you. But that's obviously not the point.
Yeah, and that goes to what we have been saying like throughout all of these streams. Anything that we say about gastroparesis or the DID or any of that stuff, we're not making fun of people who have those conditions. Mm-hmm. This is somebody who is clearly faking having every condition that she is self-diagnosing herself.
Yep.
It is
real quick. Desert Fox in the comments said a body language expert would have a field day with her.
Well, luckily
we have one here with us. Mugnuts, can you say something, but at a volume that people can maybe they can't hear you? Just say something smart.
Yeah, make us look good, Mugnuts.
Perfect. I promise you, Mugnuts is here. He got one of my personalities. Mugnuts is a person.
Did you train him on how to handle these streams, Tiffany Lockheart?
Of course I did, but actually,
as soon as they need you, make sure you disappear.
He's having some problems.
Realized there's about it's like 60.
Yeah,
60
I'm having some buffering issues here. What was the question?
We just wanted you to say something smart because someone said that a body language expert would have a field day with her. We were like, oh, we have one here. Go take it away. And you just weren't there. So thanks for that. by the way.
And then
That
they
was
left
awesome.
it to me to say something smart, and that didn't happen either.
That didn't happen.
Well, we didn't expect that to
The
happen.
only difference is for
That is-
getting a good read is knowing your subject. The more you know them, the more you've watched them, the better you can do on your reads. Like just popping into this stream on the first go, it would take about 25 minutes or so to figure out what's going on with her. But since I've watched other stuff, I have a pretty good idea what's going on.
Okay.
One of the two. I'm going to say 60 because that's what I remember it as. It may have gotten worse. There's about 60% of our stomach contents left after 4 hours, which categorizes us for gastroparesis.
Here.
What's that?
And that is basically that. So that's the feeding tube portion of things. And y'all are going to use anything I say against me because I know that there's no possible way that anything that I say is going to change people's minds.
That's true.
So why do this? Like, what's the point of this then? I mean, you're supposed to be giving your side of the story. So there are neutral people in there. Should you be?
The whole point of this stream was to show that she had a
Tiffany
restraining...
Lockheart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
Jay donated $10.69. Go ahead, Tiffany, you got this.
Oh, jeez.
Nothing, Tiffany?
What are you?
No, stop putting Tiffany on the spot to double things. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Don't have me double
Leave that to
things.
the good people at the Polaris Project to handle.
Exactly.
We do now, but Tiffany, could maybe you sing the theme song to pop up videos while the people are waiting?
Nope, I'm not doing that either. I'm not doing that either.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't under. So what's the point of this live stream again?
So the point of the live stream was to show people that she had a restraining order against me, and she didn't say I have a request for a restraining order or I have a, she was saying at one point, she said, Tiffany Lockheart, I don't need receipts, I have a restraining order. So that was the entire point. Why she went on for hours going on, I don't know. She knew she wasn't going to change anyone's mind because she had nothing to show anyone. But in her mind, because she had a restraining order against her ex, when people were so quick to jump on Brittany Simon, that's all she needed for people to suddenly turn. I did have people contact me after this and going, well, hold on. How did she get a restraining order if you didn't do anything?
Yeah.
And I said, I have no idea. I didn't even know that the thing existed and I still thought even after this that she was making it up. It was several days later that first she emailed it to me, breaking her own no contact order. And then the police showed up the next day. And the reason why she sent it to me is because it was probably taking them longer than she wanted for them to get it to me, because she thought that would stop me from making content. Because that was her basis for the domestic violence charge, was that my videos were a hate crime. So she thought that would stop me from being able to say anything, and that wasn't the case. So she sent it to me as early as she could, and then the next day the police got here, and he was laughing as he gave it to me because he knew it was ridiculous.
Yeah. So she was, again, confusing a temporary order of restraint with a gag order. Because what she wanted was a gag order.
That's what she wanted.
All she could get was a restraining
order. That's not
order.
something that you go to family court to get.
Yeah, you don't get that. Yeah, and you don't get that for free.
No.
I'm well aware of that. So.
Miss Lockhart?
Sorry about that. Hang on one sec. Okay, this is Mama Bear Swatson. So if you had money before you were forced to quit, why can't you live on your own? I think that's what she was saying.
Okay, and she got a sneer for her question. Let's see if maybe she'll get some clapping and some head nods, perhaps. Oops.
Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
Gordon Honey Daddy Ramsey donated $3.
Thank you, Chef.
Will someone tell Tiffany Lockheart her parents hung out with folks like Dennis Hopper, Bob Seger, Sonny, and Cher?
Oh my God.
Did you heard that, Miss Lockhart?
I did.
Yeah. Her
Yes, of
parents
course
hung
they
out with
did.
folks like Dennis Hopper, Bob Seger, and Sonny and Cher.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef Ramsay.
That question also. So if you had money before you were forced to quit, why can you live on your own? I don't understand the question
That's
again.
a very, very clear question.
Yeah, she's asking if you had money, why can't you live on your own?
Yeah, she said that I forced her to quit for whatever reason. I don't know. So if I'm trafficking someone, but then I forced them to stop making money. So she's saying if you're forced to quit, then why can't you live on your own? And it's a really easy question to understand, but she's going to pretend like I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, because she wrote can instead of can't.
Yeah,
so it's semantics again.
Sorry. Some of this might just be that it's not lining up. So.
Now, if she's going to be able to read this question perfectly, she'll understand this one perfectly. Miss Lockhart?
Just eating tush. Can we not intentionally misgender them? Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know what's funny is she didn't get that right. Like she put me a gender them. But she's gonna.
Let's see if she understands.
Okay, well, let's see. My money is she does.
Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
Silent Rick donated $3.
Thank you, Silent Rick.
Drives Lauren home silently.
Drives Lauren home silently. Thank you, Silent Rick. Silent Rick always gets blamed for shit in Lauren's world. Put him on the phone.
That's another thing that's being addressed. Yeah, you really can't be going around doing shit like that. Washington doesn't fuck with that shit.
Okay, so what she meant there was that's another thing being addressed. Washington doesn't fuck with that shit. There are RCWs. There are laws in this state against hate crimes. Basically, you can't discriminate against someone because of, just like anywhere else, their race, their sex, their sexual orientation. And so by me saying, and I've made it clear, the reason why I say her is because she identifies herself as we and us interchangeably sometimes, depending on who she's talking to and if there's money involved.
Right. If there's money involved, it's me, I.
So imagine if you're watching my video and I'm talking about them, and then when I play her clip, she's talking about we and us. It's going to be very difficult to understand what the hell is going on. So that was one of the points that she tried to make as claiming it was a hate crime, is because she identifies as they and them, that me saying her is a hate crime. And that's not a hate crime at all. And so that was made clear to her. And that's another reason why she didn't show up to court, because she had no actual case.
Yeah. And she had TikToks to make, more importantly.
And again, that's why the hair, you'll see a lot when she lifts her arms over her head and keeps them up there, even when the questions aren't being asked. A lot of it is what my lawyer believed was to show the underarm hair.
Yeah. Because
that would be used in court to say, like, obviously I'm not a her. Look at all this underarm hair.
Yeah.
You.
All right, Miss Lockhart, this is a long one.
All right, the Florida Mimi. Gastroparesis sucks. It's a nightmare because we never know when our system will shut down. There's no warning, just lots and lots of nausea, and when the food starts rotting, you start puking.
I imagine that gastroparesis sucks. Again, like it would be terrible, but whatever is going on with Muse, I don't know. I don't think it's gastroparesis.
Yeah. And it's a lot of people don't realize that gastroparesis is a condition in which it has flare-ups. So not always are we as bad as we once were. Not always are we going to experience the as bad, like the worst point might get worse. So, and the reason, I just lost it. I just associated. Sorry. Quinn stole it.
Goddamn, give it back, Quinn. I'm surprised
we were waiting here.
Surprised Lil Tay didn't steal it. Lil Tay gives zero fucks.
I mean, how convenient though, because I lose my train of thought all the time.
No.
I can't just be like, oh man, look at Lamar coming in here and taking what I was about to say. But I had a really good point, but now I can't remember.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that was to happen in a job interview. Let's just imagine a world where Muse gets a regular job. But if that was happened to a job interview, she would say, oh, you know what? One of my other identities stole that. So can you ask me the question again? Or you wouldn't
Tiffany
do
Lockheart,
that.
who are you, hun? Who are you?
Tony Farmer donated $3.
Tony Farmer.
Rip me.
Oh, Tony Farmer. I'm pouring one out for you. I'm pouring out some old style for you, Tony Farmer. You were too beautiful for this world. I'm sorry. Wes, do we have to blame Lamar for?
Yeah, I was going to say I lost my train of thought. It was probably Ray Ray.
Yeah. Okay.
That was Ray Ray.
And Mugnuts, are you picking up anything on this?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Did I come through on that last one there? There was a question to me, and I answered it, and the screen sped up, and I didn't know if I was answering.
Oh yeah, no, I heard.
Yeah, we heard you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, this one's kind of weird because the way that she was going back and forth there, and then she hits to her stress moment. So, like she's stating that she's disassociating again there too. But I don't understand why she's she's in her
Tiffany
memories.
Lockhart, who
what's
are
that?
you,
Trying to
hun?
figure that out.
What's that?
It doesn't make sense.
Who
to
are
me,
you?
this.
Wes Moast donated $5.
Wes Moast.
I just want to hear her ask Tiffany Lockheart who she is again. It's my favorite part. Tiffany, I will donate another $5 if you sing something for us.
Yeah.
Unless you err against human trafficking. We are all waiting.
No,
Wow, really?
I'm against me singing.
Really
That's
put her
the
on the
problem.
spot. I mean, so that $5 became $10.
Yeah.
If she was just to sing just one little line of a song, that would be another $10. And what if that $10 was the difference between saving someone? But I guess you could sleep fine.
Yeah.
Fine tonight, knowing that you didn't do everything that you could.
Rockabye.
Absolutely, because
Rockabye,
actually,
Tiffany.
I will donate it myself, and then I
Okay,
don't have to
even
sing.
if you donate it yourself, so that's an extra, which is great. I mean, I love that you're going to donate and dig deep, but so any song that you want, we'll just wait.
Yeah. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm not going to sing.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry to all those people out there who might have been the difference.
I will donate. I will donate myself just to avoid that. It's that bad.
Sing
trust me.
rockabye.
No, I'm not singing rockabye. I'm not singing anything. No pop-up video song.
How about
nothing.
something from Nickelback? They already suck. You
Yeah.
can't ruin
You're
Nickelback.
not gonna
No, I'm
ruin
not
that.
doing that either. I'm not doing that either.
All right.
I gotta ground myself. Oh. Woo! Hey, Bean. Hey, how's it going?
Make sure you bring out the cute dog. You're getting attacked.
Gotta do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, instead of singing, Miss Lockhart, can you read Phoenix's question?
Yes, I can. People asking questions about your health won't stop. The goalpost will continue to be moved. I see a lot of tactics in chat to distract from the issue at hand.
All right. But again, she's the one who is trying to profit off of these issues with her health. She's the one who
The
keeps
issue is
bringing it up.
credibility.
I mean, her channel is called YouTube Disassociative.
Dissociative.
Yeah.
Not dissociative. Dissociative.
Dissociative. Okay.
Phoenix
Oh,
is...
one second. Kelpie's.
Tiffany Lockhart, who are you, hun? Who are you?
Kelpill donated $50.
Oh my God! Thank you, Kelp.
Egno de Forte for a Kai Lycos Lycon.
I have no fucking idea what that meant, Kelpill. Hopefully you can translate that in the chat. Tiffany, what did that mean?
It meant I dream of
I have
me.
no
Here's your
idea.
3 wishes, I think.
No, no.
Pure Latin.
No, it doesn't.
Thank you so much, Kelpill. Okay, so let's see what the answer to this is. Unless, did you have something to add, Mug or Wes?
Well, I was just saying that Phoenix was in the chat asking a lot of good questions, and
She was.
And this, here I see a lot of tactics in chat to distract from the issue at hand. It's just funny to me that right before that question came up, she's like, "Hi, Bean, come here, Bean."
Right. Yeah.
Which was the go-to. You know, the dog and the feeding tube were going to be, unless it was chatterbait and couldn't be on screen, the dog was going to be visible because it's a good way to just soften your image and make people go, well, clearly that's a service dog because she keeps saying it is. And if you're not around the dog, if you don't see it anywhere other than when it's sitting there being cute on a stream, then why would you question it?
And I think to translate Kelp, I think I'm going to translate Kelp Pill's message, and it said, "Make sure you subscribe to Reborn Armstrong."
That's probably what it said.
That's what it looks like to me.
I remember from the stream at this point in the live chat, there was a large bombardment of the questions that dealt with the health stuff, the ones that don't come up on the screen. So this is kind of addressing that one there. This is right around the time that the chat was having a little bit of an argument of that the questions regarding the health are stemmed around the credibility of the claims that she is making, right? They all stem on what she's asking money for in certain situations, the sympathy factor, and then the contradictions that had come up. So like it's valid to have a point like that, but not exactly, because that was the entire crux of what was going on and being avoided, basically.
Okay, let's see what Quinn has to say about things. I think it's Quinn speaking now. But again, just nods and making faces.
Thank you to the people that.
Well, resting bitch face didn't get to have, but I don't think that was really anything. So Valkyrie 420. Well, I'm new to this and listening.
Are here to listen.
See, I'll take the very small sentences, Tiffany.
That'll be fun.
Without the compound words. I think I can handle that.
Yeah.
If you're new here, I'm sorry that this is the first thing that you're witnessing of us. We're normally a lot more positive. We normally are trying to help others, not so much talking about ourselves, despite what people think. So
let me go back to talking about me again. Has she ever done a video? Oh shit, Mugnuts, I'll let you read this one. But has she ever done a video where it's just not about herself? I mean, she used to go. I've seen streams where she would like take over Deity's stream, and it just turn it all about herself. Like that was the only, like she'd be like, can I get on the stream? Can I get on the stream? And because I have something to say about whatever Deity was talking about, and then it was all about, I'm a victim.
Exactly. Yeah, she would want to get on the stream though, so that she could talk a lot about her issues and remind people about her GoFundMe and the various, the Patreon and all those other things. But she would be in the chat saying, you can't just keep, like, people are in your chat dragging me. You're letting them bully me. And she would just keep doing.
Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hun?
Thank you, Molly.
Who are you?
Molly donated $5.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Molly.
Sorry, I could not be there, but I would love to hear Tiffany Lockheart sing for my special day when I listen later.
Tiffany, would you like to sing happy birthday to Molly? It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Molly. As your guest, like I'm not going to sing.
That wasn't a request. So first of all, you're denying money to future victims of trafficking, and now a girl's as far as you know, final birthday wish, only birthday wish.
Yeah.
That was ultimately where she said she couldn't really be in the stream. She's working.
Molly reached out to me and said, the only thing I want for my birthday is for Tiffany Lockhart to sing happy birthday for me.
That is not even true.
I mean, I just saw a donation that said that. So
yeah, it seems true.
I think there's only enough room
it.
for one Make-A-Wish person on the stream.
So Tiffany, Mug, you want to read what you wrote?
Yeah. So I wrote in. I can only take so much of this. In my opinion, you're a pathological liar who mixes small amounts of truth and an overwhelming amount of fabrication. You need to seek official help with this. Be honest. So I picked that moment in there because I was picking up onto her stress with whatever that disassociative moment was. And then her skipping through the quick questions and going through that. So this was, I was kind of speeding up things. So I wanted to throw a good stress one in there because the majority of my questions have pretty much been innocuous to this point. I was a little fed up with the chat thing, so I kind of wanted to take it up a notch and get a reaction out of this.
Okay, let's see.
And just there had been a lot of comments that Mugnuts had, a lot of questions that he had been asking, and she was either avoiding them or acting like she didn't understand what they said. So she would not pull those up, and this was the first one of his, or maybe it was the second. That he actually put up on the screen, and this was when Mugnuts was just tired of asking. He was asking very basic questions that she would ignore.
Well, yeah, it seemed like
it was a mix.
It seemed like she was putting up these attacky questions or stuff that she perceived as attacking to, like, again, look at me, I'm a victim. I'm on a live stream and everybody's coming after me.
I can only take so much of this. In my opinion, you're a pathological liar who mixes up small amounts of the truth with an overall amount of fabrication. You need to seek professional help. Be honest. Once again, I am an intensive outpatient. Please stop trying to be concerned about my well-being and maybe look in the mirror, because the level of obsession that all of y'all have shown is pretty bad. Like, I get that we're on quarantine, but the thing is that this is bad.
Hey, so you ashamed of yourself, Mugnuts?
No, I was just the deflection on that one. I had to duck.
yeah. She taught you a lesson. She's very disappointed in you, Mugnuts, and everybody who was asking her questions in the chat. Oh, there's
and then this,
go ahead.
This set off an onset of people in the chat trying to figure out what's going on, right? Because like I had some friendlies from the other community that kind of knew me, and they were trying to figure out what my motive was all of a sudden, and it's just like, quit asking me questions. I'm focused on her.
Yeah. So here's Ree. Tiffany, would you like to read what Ree is asking?
Sure. What subtype of EDS were you diagnosed with?
Okay, let's see.
And if Ree's in the
she's
in the
here
chat, there was a reason why she asked that very specific question, and I can't remember exactly. I know a couple of people have actually messaged me about it, but there's one type that is pretty common. If you're going to say common, and it's something like it can't be. There was a reason why that would be the one. If you're faking having EDS, if you go to Kiwi Farms and go through like the munchie section and see all the people. I mean, there's a lot of people there who claim to have gastroparesis. They claim to have EDS, DID. It's like a package. And they claim to have all these things. They have service dogs that aren't service dogs. They take their service dog, their emotional animal to Subway just so that they can be told they can't have their dog in Subway.
Yeah.
So that they can put it on Twitter, hoping that people are going to see it and be like, this poor disabled person was told they couldn't bring their dog in the Subway. So anything you can do to try and go viral, because that's what's going to help your donations more than that. If a waitress gets told to shut the fuck up and if the video is done at the right time and in the right climate, that person can make a couple $100,000, from people who are just like, oh, I've had a shitty day before, so here's some money. So there was a reason why that Ree was asking this question. So let's hear the answer here.
And because Ree's Ree's husband has EDS.
Ree's husband deals with a lot of the things that Muse was claiming to have. And that was what I was saying earlier. She was talking about that other woman sharing her experience. James also shared a lot of his experiences with Muse. And so did Ree. And they just talked about a lot of things because they thought she was real, like most other people did. So she was not happy that Ree was here and did not have her back.
No.
At all.
And Ree, if you haven't seen Ree's video, please take some time to check out Ree's video. I'll have a link in the description. And Ree, if you want to put a link to it in the chat, you're more than welcome to. So let's see what Corey has to say.
What type of subtype of EDS? It's a hypermobility type. So we didn't test positive for. I don't know if your husband has also done this, but the way that we had experienced it was that there was a lot of testing of the actual body. So they'll test like the velvetyness of the skin, the Brighton scale, as you probably know. The Brighton scale, for those of you who don't know, is a basically hypermobility test. Like dislocating the other one. Hold on.
And this is another thing that I've been told by, like Julia said, there is no way that someone who actually had EDS would be trying to dislocate to prove they had EDS. It's just not what you do. And any doctor would tell them, you don't do that.
Right.
So, but the face looks good in the pause, though.
It does. I told you.
That's Mary Poopins.
I am the best in the... Yeah, that's Mary. She's in full poop. Yeah, I told you I'm the best in the business when it comes to this.
I was really happy with this question because remember my mentions before of what her stress reactions are, and then when she's going to her creative side. So when she starts answering this, you can see that boom, hand goes up to the head, and then as she starts explaining certain parts of it, she's mostly in creative. When she comes up with the technical name, she goes to memory, but the majority then goes to creative, and then boom, she deflects with the thumb to her wrist kind of thing.
Pardon me, sir.
So
And they're
lots
both
of
in.
deception in that.
They just don't feel right. But yes, I can do weird shit like that. I can do all of them over.
Yeah,
See, I could also do those things.
I can kind of do that too.
I could bend my fingers like naturally bend backwards, and so when she was trying to, I remember she was showing me in the car. She was like, "Well, look, I have EDS," and I did my thing. She's like, "You might have EDS too." Like, well, I don't think I do.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
think I
again, you
do.
could have again, this could be you could have a very mild form of it.
Yeah, and that like all those the contortion artists and a lot of those people have some form, or
Sure.
they're known to have some form of EDS, but like you said, it could be a mild form, just like the autism that she claims to have could be very, very, very mild, but nothing that would make her a vulnerable adult, which is the classification she's been trying to get for years.
Yeah, and reconfirms any doctor familiar with EDS would scream at her for trying to force dislocations. So, yeah.
I guess she also got the name of the scale wrong. It's like Beighton, Beighton, not Brighton. So maybe maybe that's a different scale.
Yeah.
And that's just a scale that they use in that part of Seattle at that day at 10 a.m.
Right.
At
Or 4 p.m., whichever.
4 p.m., 10 a.m.
Yeah, from 10
maybe
a.m.
she
to
was there
4 p.m.
From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah. So.
My elbows do it as well. I've kind of just glad that I did eventually get the diagnosis for hypermobile EDS because of the fact that there was so long in my life.
Have we seen this diagnosis by chance?
Stop asking her to show that. That's so illegal.
What's up?
Stop asking her to show that. That's so illegal. Remember, she can't show
She's a victim.
any receipts or any medical anything. She's not going to do that. She's just going to talk.
Yeah. Give me money. Money, please.
That didn't have any answers. The EDS is not, however, what caused. Yeah, no, you are totally fine. You are allowed to ask any questions that you need because you are.
I am asking questions about health because I was specifically addressed and told that they wanted to explain and apologize.
Okay.
Personally impacted. Everyone else is asking from a malicious place because they don't know anything about this condition. You know about this condition, and I want you to know that I am sorry. And this is
I am in much more pain than you can ever be.
And you could ever imagine. Anyone could ever imagine. And so Ree hit that up, added that in there because it was a few minutes earlier. Tusha saying you shouldn't be asking about health reasons, but yeah, Ree wanted some answers.
Some fake ass YouTuber apology because I was genuinely hurt. When I saw that you were hurt, and then I was hurt second time.
Wait a minute. Didn't she just say? She just said some fake ass YouTuber apology. And then she proceeds with a fake ass YouTuber apology.
I've heard a couple of those this week. So,
well, yeah, me too, but never so closely. She literally finished the sentence with fake ass YouTuber apology, and then the next sentence.
Well, that's like if there was a laugh track, it would start right there. You know, but now we're gonna need to be quiet and play this through because I believe this is when the waterworks start.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to this.
When I've seen you talking about us in a negative way.
Oh my goodness.
Because you were our friend.
Oh my God.
On a very special 7th heaven.
Would a song by Mary Poppins cheer you up? Okay, Miss Lockhart. Oh, so Mugnuts, what did you think of that performance?
Oh, total portrayal.
Volume Mugnuts.
Yeah, total portrayal in that one. Prepared. It doesn't match, right? Like she had a lot of good eye movements in there, right? But they were going to her audio. I saw a quick one go down to her emotion, stuff like that before the breakdown. Yeah, the throat stuff and everything, and the crying, the stress came up, the hand came up again. So, she's under the stress, but I think it's more of a stress she needs to figure a way how to get out of that quick as possible.
Tiffany, what was your thoughts on that performance?
I mean, I don't have the background to analyze it, but it didn't seem legitimate to me.
You do have a bullshit meter, though. I thought we discussed that you had to bring it today.
So
Absolutely.
1 to 10, your bullshit meter is at about where?
It's definitely out of 10, and it's pushing higher. Just based on it looks like she's trying to cry. You can get a sense of somebody who's really breaking down, and their throat gets a little constricted, and their breathing is going to tend to change a little bit. But it looks like she's really trying to make it happen.
Yeah, she's pulling a Joe Bluth.
Well, I see a Lauren Armstrong, because if you could see here, even from the screenshot, the crying's done now.
Yeah, it's over. Now it's back to attack mode.
And in my mind, if there was going to be any crying, it would be because of how the perception of her had changed so drastically, so quickly, and people who, not that long before that, she was able to reach out to and claim she was suicidal or any of those other things, would have dropped everything to help her or try and counsel her. Now these people are coming in her mind on the attack. So those tears were solely for Muse.
Yeah.
And some for Lil Tay.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Lil Tay likes the taste of salt.
Lil Tay is salty and dangerous.
Lil Tay is little salty and dangerous.
Yeah, little salty and dangerous.
Do you guys not even realize, that your actions have consequences, like real life consequences? Just because you're behind a screen doesn't mean that this doesn't affect us.
Yeah.
Consequences will never be the same.
It started as an apology to Ree, and then turned into tears for herself and asking people if they understand. When she's saying, "Do you people?" Is she talking to her identities? Because who is she talking to? Do they not understand?
She wouldn't talk to Lil Tay that way.
Well, no. Well, no one would. But it sounds it's self-directed. This is directed at her.
Yeah.
Because the reason why she's sitting here crying, the reason why her channel is down, the reason why all that happened is because it was bound to catch up with her at some point. It just happened to be at my house that it happened, because I'm just a fucking magnet for ridiculousess. But
that's true.
But it just so happened to be here. But eventually it would have caught up to her, and people who are within the TCAP community already knew who she was from outside of YouTube. So I mean, like I said, it would have caught up. And right now, those tears are just for Muse, because Muse can't believe what Muse did to Muse.
Yeah, it seems like every time there's an apology to Ree, it's followed right up with tears for Muse.
Yeah,
that's actually, I think that's a good. I think that's going to be a good startup charity for me. Tears for Muse. Yep, Mugnuts, you're up again.
Okay, so she's still under stress, but this question I think was up there for a little bit too.
Volume.
Not obsessed at all.
Oh,
just
okay.
doing what I do. Okay. You deserve liberty and happiness as a human being. Your true condition, though, allows you to take without giving. What you do give is false. Be better.
Okay, let's see if she's
I'm
inspired.
trying to humanize her again.
I'm expecting that she's going to be inspired by this, but could go either way. Okay, guess not. I wouldn't say inspired. Maybe not.
Yeah, she doesn't look inspired.
No, she doesn't look inspired to me.
No, this hurts her.
Yeah.
This
gets to her.
Yeah, this is where we thought the stream was over, and then I remember there were a lot of people in the chat who were like, "Oh, I guess that was it, and it must be done," but no.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
So that look right there, that is self-reflection.
Okay, so we go to a little Sopranos thing where we get the black screen.
Black screen and a little journey.
Yeah, don't stop believing.
Tiffany Lockheart.
Tiffany
would you like-
Lockhart,
sec.
who are you, hon?
One sec.
Who are you?
Lil Salty and Dangerous donated $3. You're just jealous I have won America's heart.
We are.
I
Little
am
Salty.
a little jealous by that.
Yeah,
But
well-
the text message that I got from Little Tay, it's just going to make you go, "Aw."
A little salty and dangerous.
Yeah.
A little salty and dangerous. That you might. I see a jingle coming for a little.
I
salty
do see a
and
jingle coming, and I see a lot of competition. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, anytime a sitcom got stale, what do? You add a kid.
Right.
You add a kid. So
Yeah.
looks like I'll be adding a kid to the old Salty and Dangerous show.
Yeah. Miss Lockhart, would you just eating Tush is back for fourths? I think.
All right. I don't think people realize how badly they can impact someone's life and mental health. Sending you so much love.
Yeah. Imagine calling, say, the police and saying that somebody's a human trafficker. Can you imagine if somebody did that and how bad, what an impact it would have on that person's?
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, it'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. I'm with you, Tush.
Yeah.
She should change her name to just Spewing Irony.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, she's just eating Tush because she's talking a lot of shit.
Oh.
See what
nice.
see what I did there, Wes?
And it only took you like 10 seconds after you started playing to get that one.
I know. Actually, this is the part 3. So she showed up on part 1. I've been crafting that for 2 weeks.
Your timing is impeccable.
It is. It's great.
Fucking gone, you idiot. It was a switch, and I don't want you guys to fucking critique our switches on camera anymore.
Yeah, because you'll see it's fake.
So who is this now? Because everyone sounds exactly the same.
Well, this is obviously Quinn.
I don't think it is. My money's on
It's definitely not Little Tay.
Seth.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say it's Seth.
Tiffany, who do you got?
I have no idea. Is Seth one of the alters, or is that just a name? that she uses?
I only knew her Muse as Seth. So Seth is one of the alters, and then what was the one that you don't want to mess with? Which one is that?
That's Mason.
Mason.
Oh,
so,
fuck. I hope it's not Mason.
Well, we don't want Mason.
No.
Freemason now.
Yeah.
Did you like her?
Okay, so she's not reading this one. She's going to yell. So, Miss Lockhart?
From Jace Amaro, she deserves every bit of this pain.
No, she is not going to be happy with this. Oh, fuck. Hopefully Jace didn't ask this to Mason.
No.
Her Patreon, you fat cunt.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
She has a bit of an English that you fat cunt.
Yeah.
She's got
You
I
fat
think
cunt.
this might be Mary Poopins.
I just shit on your floor, you fat cunt.
I just took a wee poop on the floor.
You fat cunt, you.
I know that name. I know that you
forget
leaked our
Cash App, you
Patreon.
cunt.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh, so
Special reaction to the
Jace,
person.
she's saying that Jace is in the Patreon.
So Jace contacted me with a couple of the posts from the Patreon, and I shared one on Twitter because it was basically saying I have nothing to apologize for. I didn't do anything wrong, and then after that, she raised the prices on her Patreon so that if you were wanting to leak anything, you were gonna have to give her more money to do it. That leaked that one post that made it onto my Twitter. That was also in the petition for the domestic violence charges.
See, that's another point where I would associate her visual memory, because when she says the statement that I remember that name, she does a eye movement up to her left side, so she accessed her visual memory on that. So that's what I would base off of her legitimate memory responses.
See,
Well, one of the things.
Verge thinks it's Mason. Violet Vixen agrees with me, and it's Quinn. So let's see.
I tried to say this was a bad idea, but whatever.
So wait, who did you? Yeah.
Who did you think it was a bad idea, and who was saying no? You've got to do this, because I know for a fact YTS didn't think it was a good idea, or he would have been there. I saw the video that came out directly before this live stream.
Oh,
there
yeah.
were like 7 people there in that premiere, and she was in the chat saying, "I think I'm going to go live. Should I go live?" No one responded. She's like, "Okay, I'm going to go live."
Yeah, the people demand it.
The people demanded it, and when there were like 12 people there in the beginning, she was like, "Wow, 12 people." So
Yeah.
I don't know what she was talking about. And at any point, she could have ended this.
Oh yeah. Unless unless Quinn didn't know how to work the stream.
On-off button. Well, because Lil Tay didn't, knew how to access me, but didn't know that it was a computer. There was a man in a box.
Yeah.
And the man was saying mean things.
Yeah. RSN, the man in the box.
Mm.
This is sympathetic.
Do you want me to read this one?
Well, I thought she might because it was sympathetic, but yes, go ahead, Miss Lockhart.
Mama Bear Swatson, I truly feel sorry for you. Hope you can get on some sort of assistance and live normal. You can be a good person and live drama-free. Just stop engaging.
Okay, I'm sure she's going to take that advice to heart.
Good advice.
It would be good advice. Sure, she'll take it.
It's not a matter of just stopping engaging. You guys have to understand that this has real life consequences for people, that we've already had pictures of us taken and sent to us in the past.
She's talking about this RSN bullshit again.
No,
right?
no. So, and I want to see get Mugnuts' opinion after this, but what she's talking, this was included in the petition as well. She's saying that when she was with her ex, and after he had left Brittany Simon, or there was a breakup, and then he was with Muse instead of with Brittany Simon, she claims that people would take pictures of them at bus stops and on the bus and in random places and send them to her as a threat. Like, I know where you live. But again, that had nothing at all. I had never heard of her. It was years ago that she's talking about that people were taking pictures of her, that a motorcycle got stolen from her ex, 2 years ago. So how that has anything to do with me? But she's saying, well, because some crazy thing allegedly happened before, of course I'm terrified now, because that means some crazy thing can happen now.
Yeah. And Brittany, in her video, mentioned that there were like 11 motorcycles stolen at that place in like a year. So
They kept spawning?
maybe do
what's up, Buck?
They kept spawning?
Yeah, that must have.
a little bit of self-reflection.
Well, they were going to steal, just to teach Muse a lesson, they were going to steal everybody's motorcycle, just in case one of those was connected to Muse somehow.
Like she's been saying. And look at the fact that this doesn't stop with the screen. What you're doing has real effect. What you're doing can affect future things that we want to do.
We're getting life lessons.
So
Yeah. 2 Muse from Muse.
Yeah, right. And the stream, or I don't know if it was a stream or premiere or a video, what it was right before this.
A premiere.
She was addressing Kiwi Farms, right?
Mad about me posting her on Kiwi Farms. And the only reason I did that was because she so proudly showed that link that she had placed about Brittany Simon. And she would use that as her reference. So she would tell you about this domestic violence. She would tell you about this YouTube creator who basically was against her and wanted to see her rape scars and these other things. And then she would send you that link, and it would back up everything that she said. Mm-hmm. So I felt like one good turn deserved another. And if anyone should be on Kiwi Farms, it's her, because people need to be warned.
Well, I'll tell you, nothing can go wrong from addressing Kiwi Farms.
No.
Like that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's...
No. They run in coil at that. Wow.
Right. They're talking about us.
So for her little speech right there on that, if you notice the pattern that she uses, she's using that, if you do this, and then that happens. So that's kind of an ultimatum kind of tone, a progressive ultimatum scale. So anyone can think back to the Ramona calls when she's giving Lauren shit about stuff. If you keep doing this, then I'm not going to call you. And right, so it kind of gives that there's a threat involved in there. As to what she's trying to insinuate that threat is, I don't know, but the tone is legitimate to something. She's using an ultimatum tone.
Okay.
And it's not even a matter of how much it hurts any one of us in the system. It's a matter of the fact that we have a right to use a platform without feeling attacked constantly and being told to kill ourselves. Just a thought.
Guess what? I got news for you, Muse. If you're on YouTube, people are gonna talk shit to you.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
I got people telling me to kill myself for interrupting Lauren calls.
That was me, but
yeah, well, that's I didn't want to out you like that, but
that wasn't just wishful thinking. I provided methods that you could use.
Yeah, so. I know. I thought that was a bit excessive.
Just a thought. Maybe don't tell people to kill themselves, threaten to dox them, or what was the other one that you guys have been really, really favoring? Telling them to go to jail.
Well, okay. Well, maybe that's.
That was the police.
Right. Yeah, you might want to.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm sure some of them watch YouTube, but I don't think they were on the Muse Talks channel saying,
"No,
that one. I can't wait to come out and arrest you."
That one you might want to pay attention to, Muse.
Tiffany Lockheart. Who are you, hon?
One sec.
Who
are you?
Chicken fries.
Olidization donated $3.
Thank you, Ollie.
You better fix up, otherwise you'll spend the rest of your life sucking Dan's cock and never even touching mine.
That's right. life lessons from Lauren Armstrong. Thank you, Ollie.
Heard that we also needed to go inpatient. There's a lot of things.
All right, Tiffany, please don't read this like I think you're going to.
What do you mean?
Go ahead and read the person's name, Tiffany.
Banana nut bread.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay. If this has real life consequences, why not get off the internet and get a real job?
That's stupid.
That is stupid.
What a stupid fucking question.
Tiffany Lockheart, who are you, hon?
One sec.
Who are you?
Elizabeth donated $10.
Thank
Time
you.
for some self-reflection, guys.
It is. It's time for some self-reflection. Thank you, Elizabeth.
We've had real jobs. I don't know what you guys are talking about when it comes to that. We've had consistent real jobs. Also, like, internet was our job. They fucked that up. The most money that a disabled person like ourselves, in the situation that we were doing it, we were making a good amount of money once upon a time before being a targeted individual on the internet instead of in real life.
She was making $800 a year, everybody.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of money being made, and she, like I said, she was quitting all the time, constantly quitting the internet stuff because she wasn't making any money at it. She wasn't good at it, and so I don't know what she's talking about. She did need it. What she told me about having a regular job is I don't like getting jobs. I will quit or get fired within a few months because I get bored with it, and I completely believe that. That's one of the things that she told me that I do believe.
Oh yeah. Wow, shit. I don't like having a job.
Well, you're on that welfare.
You know, Muse would be a lot better. You quit your job. You're not better than quit your job. All right, Mugnuts. Mugnuts is up again.
Okay. It wasn't the question, or sorry, the statement that I make here was for the other part. It's actually an old one. So that's a visual explanation why her eye is going to the side for audio part of her brain. That was when I believe it was the description of it was a little bit back, but it was part of the event, right? So it didn't make sense because I do believe that she's a visual learner, so the majority of her memories should be stored in her memory, or in her visual memory. So when explaining something that she's talking about that she's looking at or seeing, or the way she's doing it, she was going to her audio side so that she was accessing what she had heard. So it didn't make sense.
Okay.
didn't match the body language.
She's accessing the she's actually accessing the bullshit side of her memory right now.
Well, the memory is real, as in what she's saying, but it doesn't match up with how she's explaining it as being what should be. So if I told you to describe a giraffe, right? Mm-hmm. So be as articulate and pick as many words as you want to use to describe that giraffe. So as you're going through your descriptive words, you're going to be hitting your creative side. As you go towards your, imagining or seeing what a giraffe looks like, you're going to your memory side. You're going to be going visual. If your eyes were going nothing to your audio, then I can suggest that you're an audio learner and you're going off of all of the descriptions of what you've heard a giraffe looks like yourself, right? But even an audio person still wouldn't do that. They would have to go to their visual part. So that was just basic, the call out on that. I knew it was going to go over the head.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to call it out.
And thank you for plugging my next stream where I, for 3 hours, describe a giraffe.
Why are her eyes going to the side for her audio part of her brain? Are you okay, my dude? Did you drop acid?
I had a feeling you were going to get called my dude.
Did you drop acid?
Yeah. What's wrong, love?
Fresh in your drink, governor.
Let me poop on your floor.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Lockheart.
Hey.
See, it works. It works for that too.
Miss Lockhart?
Stephanie L. Yes, this is YouTube. Every right to speak here without being attacked.
I mean, if you come on with some hate speech or so, I don't agree with that. I mean, her saying that she was forced off the platform and those things, that's not accurate. No one forced her off. She wasn't kicked off by YouTube. She silenced herself because she had lied so many times. She realized she couldn't get out of the tangled mess she made for herself.
Well, and that's the other thing is like, you know what? YouTube, people are going to talk shit when you upload to YouTube. That's just what YouTube is.
Yeah, it really is.
So,
like the people who contact me and tell me what I could do to make my content better, they can just go watch better content.
Yeah,
I make, like if you don't like what I'm doing, why watch it so that you can leave a comment? That would be like me watching a sitcom I hated and then writing them a letter about how much I hate it and how they could improve it.
Yeah, not everybody. Again, like if you upload a video of kittens playing, playing with a toy, someone's going to tell you to fuck off and go kill yourself. That's just the nature of YouTube.
Dare you abuse that kitten and let it play with that toy that it could potentially choke on? Go to hell.
Yeah. I hope you die.
I don't really feel like that.
The thing is too is that she hasn't been silenced. She changes her name.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's really what happens.
Well, but I think this kind of stopped that because this was a new name. It was a few weeks old. She had changed her Patreon. If you went to the old Patreon, you got a 404, and she had become a new name, a completely different name that you'd have to know to find. So she was trying, but because of all the noise that had been made by my videos, she saw that was going to be really, really difficult to do and get away from.
Mm-hmm.
It's too factual. I feel like there is some level of hate that is going to happen depending on what you post content about. But we weren't posting about this. This wasn't anything to we didn't want to be victim. We didn't want to go play victim.
Oh,
so maybe
really?
Look at the fact that nothing about this was brought up on
my bullshit meter is going crazy right now because I think that's all this is. That's all she ever does, from what I can see.
Yeah.
Our end, and see who's really trying to play victim, because somebody really likes to be victim more than we do. We've got Vince. We've got this situation now. We had his ex-girlfriend who was obsessed with him for some fucking reason. Honestly, I wish I would do anything to make him go away.
No, I'm with you there. I'm with you there too, Muse.
Yeah, I'm also kind of with her on that.
You don't need to read body language to know that's all bullshit.
Leave us alone. Not go away. Not near me.
Well,
So a lot of people would be kept asking me. I still get questions. What does her tattoo say? And it was a quote from some song or something like that she really liked. I don't remember what it said.
mm-hmm. So people in the chat were asking her what the tattoo said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even see that.
Oh, there you go, Mugnuts.
So this is actually a response to people in the chat.
Yeah, they were asking, "Who are you, Mugnuts? Who are you?"
No, that actually wasn't. This was a response to her question saying, "Are you on drugs, my dude?" Because you had said something about the audio part of her brain, and she acted like she didn't know what you were talking about. So now you were responding to her, telling her, "Remember who I am." Just letting you know.
No, it actually was to someone in the chat. I believe.
Listen, you're not going to come on here and argue with me.
It was someone from who's normally in suit streams and stuff like that. But it's still like I knew it still would apply to her. I'm glad she brought it up.
Okay. Who are you, Han? Huh? Who are you, Mugnuts?
The tattoo one. Interesting. It's Quinn, by the way. I didn't fucking say
see,
anything.
it is Quinn. That's cool. We got Quinn. So whoever was betting on Quinn.
Yeah, the cards are in. So there were 2-1 odds on that one.
Collect your cash, Wes. Don't forget the Cash App.
I won't. I'm sending it now.
Okay. Miss Lockhart?
Mama Bear Swatson. Haven't seen one person say to kill yourself.
Did you see any of that, Mugnuts, or Miss? I don't know if you were still there at the time, Miss Lockhart.
I don't think that I was. No, I've never seen anything like that.
No. Mugnuts, did you see anything like that?
No, I didn't see anyone making those specific comments.
Okay.
That was what
basically it was all give it up. Like if anyone wants to, misconstrue the term "give it up" as in give up the act.
Oh,
as in
right,
give
right.
up your life.
Yeah, could be.
But that's a stretch still too.
Yeah, it's a big stretch.
No, but it was there was a comment she made earlier which said I should be able to be here without people telling me to kill myself or.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but we're saying that nobody said that.
Well, I mean, but this was also included in my order of protection. That person, because she tries to say the person who contacted her on Twitter was threatening her, and they never told her to kill herself. They said, I know who you are, and but I won't dox you. I'm not a piece of shit like you. But then she'll try and claim that people are telling her to kill herself, and that also is my fault, is what she's saying.
Okay.
I'm sorry that I don't release DMs that tell me to kill myself. Maybe I should do that in the future.
Oh, Aerodo, I'm aware of that.
I just release Wes's DMs.
Yeah, and you should have. Yeah. I'm making a video about yours.
Regardless of if you saw it, like, why does it matter?
Yeah, because, again, she doesn't understand the whole receipts thing, does she?
No, because she never needed them before. Her broken down body and shaved head and shaved eyebrows and the feeding tube and the dog were all the receipts she's ever needed. So the fact that people are now saying, prove any of the shit, prove one thing you're saying.
Yeah.
Is to her shocking because she already showed a restraining order. Why aren't people just going like, you poor thing, I can't believe you had to deal with this.
Yeah, and she showed the calendar, the appointment for the
exactly. So all of her proof is out there.
Yeah,
and we see what it is. She's got TikToks to make. I don't know why she's wasting time doing this.
People are being stupid.
Fucking rock solid. I'm leaving the internet.
Who would lie about that? Like, that's the strangest thing to lie about.
You lie about everything, though. She lies about everything.
What about permanent disability? I don't want to do that. I'm not. I've thought about it. We've contemplated it. It was on our GoFundMe as an option, but no.
Oh. It was on her. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's in her journal where it was I wish I could just have babies and not have to work. And I wonder if I should just. I wish I could just file for disability permanently, because anything is better than the 40-hour. I mean, could you really see her sitting in an office or? No. I don't know, serving sandwiches for 40 hours a week for slightly above minimum wage, which is what she would get when she could, in her mind, she was one video away from hitting that sweet spot where all of a sudden she's got a lot of people donating to her, giving her things, because that is her ultimate goal. If what she wanted to be was Brittany Simon, and when that couldn't happen, she wanted to ruin Brittany Simon, and then she was trying to build herself up after that. And then first RSN pulled the rug out underneath her with the whole dog thing.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later after that, this happens.
Yeah.
And she tried to claim the same thing, you know, that she's calling the FBI on him. She's calling the FBI on me. She was calling the FBI on Brittany Simon. And just too many things just didn't connect, and there was no proof of anything.
Yeah, and Elizabeth brought up the point, I've thought about it instead of we've thought about it.
Oh,
There's a lot of that in this.
It's like if it's not a rehearsed statement, it's usually I. When she was mad at me about not giving her the money, it was I. But if she was coming downstairs, be like, we wanted to do this. How stressed out she is. When she's really stressed out, she loses the game. The illusion drops, and she becomes a single person who's in trouble. And on the 911 call, there was no mention of we.
No,
it was I.
I'm a victim. Oh, Miss Lockhart.
All right, Kelly Brooks. She is a liar, and she scams people of money. This is why people are doing this. It's not about obsession. It's about not getting people. It's not letting people be scammed by you.
All right. I'm sure she's going to be. She's going to take exception to this.
Can I read something real quick?
Yeah.
So Ree said in the comments, liar. She told me she wanted to apply for disability just for the money. Before she said it was not because she really needed assistance. I even offered to help her apply because it's hard, and it took us 2 years. So Ree's husband, again, very real conditions that he's dealing with, and it took them 2 years. So I see people in the chat saying, well, why wouldn't she just apply? There's gatekeepers. They don't just give that money out.
Yeah.
So if you can't prove it, if you just have referrals, and if they ask you about your EDS and you show them your phone calendar, they're gonna tell you to go fuck yourself. So
why would they do that?
She's got that thumb to wrist thingy, man.
Well, yeah. As soon as she does that, they get out their personal checkbook and start making it rain on her. But so I mean,
you
even
have 4 yeses
with Ree, it took them 2 years. So imagine how much of this process that she would be going through just to be denied, because there's no way she's going to get anything. There's nothing wrong with her other than she's a horrible person, and that doesn't get you money.
No.
Unless you're Bill Cosby.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Scam.
And Klaba.
Yeah.
What was the scam? Because I don't see one. I don't see a scam.
It's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Did we promise anything?
She's not even subscribed to herself. That's why she's not. That's why
she should watch her videos.
Yeah, she should really check out her videos
and check out her GoFundMe where she's talking about escaping human trafficking, or listen to her 911 call, or listen to any of the things where she's saying that that there was an open case against me and that all of my videos are going to the literal DA. Those were all part of the scam to get money and sympathy out of people. That's what a scam is, Muse. When you do listen to this, if you're not here now, that's what a scam is. You just Google it, or I can send you a link to that. Let me Google it for you.
Yeah.
No. Did we lie? No. Did we not say what the court case was because we were fearful that this exact thing would happen? Yeah. Withholding information is not lying, my dudes. Withholding.
Oh, well, that's debatable, Quinn.
Omission.
Yeah, that's
omission. That definition.
Information keeps you safe. As YouTube Schizophrenic has made clear, anything that you give the internet, they will use to shoot you in the foot, and sometimes the fucking crotch. Because honestly,
that's a weird fucking way.
That was a weird. I didn't shoot anything in her crotch, just to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah, just don't be accusing Wes of shooting stuff into her crotch.
There was no crotch shooting.
Yeah. I don't think that's how the expression goes, Muse. But okay.
Yeah, I've never heard that slang before. Just to put it out there right now, I did not shoot Muse in the crotch with anything.
Yes. So we've
maybe
got that
some
clear.
Lysol with one of those WD-40 straws.
They don't want to just disable you. They want to add insult to injury.
All right, doesn't look like she's going to be reading this one. Miss
Come on,
Lockhart.
Tiffany.
All right, Phoenix. Who was it again that encouraged you to call the police when Wes came to drop off your stuff?
Now, hold on before you play this one. So earlier she said that it was the doctors, right? The doctors had told her to do it, to call the National Trafficking Hotline. The National
or at
Trafficking
least the people
Hotline.
at the hospital.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The people at the hospital told her to call the National Trafficking Hotline, who at that point would have called the police for her. But and then she said that the National Trafficking Hotline told her, you know what, give them a call in 4 days. That's the way we do things here. We're just like a messaging. We're just here to listen.
Right.
We're just here to listen. And then
they're booking appointments.
I want to hear if that answer's the same now.
Yeah. If I remember right, I believe there was some racial profiling involved.
There was some racial profiling. It was yeah.
It was the human trafficking hotline. I wasn't around for that. That was
Muse.
Mainly Muse.
Yeah, mainly Muse.
Mainly Muse.
Yeah.
90% Muse. What was that, Monk?
So stress reaction, hand up on head, rubbing again, eyes go up to the visual part. Oh, that was Muse.
Right.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why can't Mary Poppins pick up her game?
She only comes out briefly when she's just a couple of words, and then Mary Poppins goes right back in. It's like a turtle head.
Yeah.
I can't stop staring at that elbow.
Okay, well then here we go again with the hand motions as answers. Miss Lockhart, there's just eating tush yet again.
And she likes this one. I think she likes it whenever she pops up because she knows she's going to get something supportive.
Yeah, of course.
I'm also curious where the scam was. People were willingly donating to GoFundMe that explicitly stated what it was for. Not exactly, right?
Yeah, no, not exactly. Well, she said what it was for, but she didn't have any proof of.
I mean, she did state explicitly what it was for. It was all lies, but she did give an explicit reason why the GoFundMe was there, and part of it was that she needed to escape this human trafficking situation that she had gotten into, and then she needed money for a legal defense. And there was money raised, but she was her own legal defense, and
that was to pay Seth.
Oh, okay. So Seth's was probably
the lawyer
finishing up the final semester in law school.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay, stupid me.
Yeah.
Where did this scam?
That was to get a retainer on Franny.
Franny's too busy looking at me being the Gilgo Beach King.
I know, she's got bigger things to do. She's gonna get answers about that belt buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm contemplating the question I'm going to ask next is, so she states, I am also curious to where the scam was, people willing to GoFundMe, explicitly stated it's for. Okay, the moment that you add a fraud element into that, deceit, right, by receiving things through method of deceit, whether they are, it's money, services, anything like that, any receipt of something from another person by deceit is fraud.
Yeah, and so I wanted to ask, because the GoFundMe was shut down within the last week or two. That GoFundMe is no more. If there's anyone in the chat who did donate to that GoFundMe, please contact me, wesmoast@gmail.com, because I just have a couple questions. Would like to ask a couple questions. But yeah, if anyone actually did donate to that and you have the email receipt, hit me up.
Okay.
How are we a fraud? The GoFundMe situation.
Yeah, God damn it, Muse. Okay, Miss Lockhart.
All right, so Phoenix is responding to Just Eating Tush. What is the GoFundMe situation? Sorry, I'm really out of the loop of this whole situation.
Okay. And, of course, every time Phoenix asks a question or Violet Vixen asks a question because they didn't know what the fuck was going on because nobody knows what the fuck is going on, they get treated like they're fucking idiots. So, here we go.
Was because of the fact that we wanted to leave sex work because of the fact that Wes was so fucking creepy and had said that he was a content creator when he isn't.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a content creator. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. You had more subscribers than Muse Talks.
Well,
And then
yeah, and I actually had people watching my content,
Yeah.
but I don't. She said I'm not a content creator. I still don't know what that meant.
Yeah, I don't either.
deleted his website as soon as
I
it
mean,
was found out.
I know what she meant when she said Wes is creepy. Like that,
Yeah,
that I
me too.
Well, no
that I
shit.
agree with, but yeah, he's a content creator for sure.
But but you hear her now saying that she quit sex work because I'm creepy. First, she said she was forced to quit.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's saying she quit because I was creepy. I don't even know what that means. Like I was creepy, so she stopped being able to do cam stuff. I have the text message from her where she's saying she was quitting because of abuse from Deity and RSN.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what or who she's talking to, the story just changed continually.
I like to refer to Deity and RSN as the mean men in the box.
The mean men in the box. Yeah, that's who they. What's in the box?
Weirdest, creepiest shit ever, because like we know it existed, that domain existed. You wanted us to work with you on that domain and help you find other models, and thank God that didn't happen.
Again, none of that is true.
Yeah,
the domain is
the dormant
dormant.
website that's been dormant for 2 years.
Yeah.
That I all of a sudden woke up one day and said, "God, I need to traffic someone out here to help me with that."
Yeah, who better
I
than
perused Twitter till I found someone and got her out here.
Yeah, let me find somebody able-bodied to.
And I want someone as lazy as possible. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the excuse and how does this at all pertain to the GoFundMe? And so she was asked very specifically about the GoFundMe, and none of her answers are answering that one very specific question.
Yeah, she's just attacking you as saying you're not a content creator, and that a lot of that because the stream was sponsored by Joey's TCAP channel.
Oh yeah, so he's got to throw some shade at me.
Yeah.
She doesn't want any traffic diverted.
But yeah,
What I'm getting from this one is she's got her hand up in the constant. This is her stressor thing, and I think the stress is coming from her because she wants to actually answer Phoenix, because Phoenix isn't saying anything or taking a side. This is someone that she wants to win over. So when she's doing her best to describe as much of the actual events that she can, right? So you can see her in her memory going to the Wes is the content creator and whatnot. But when she goes to the phrase where she states that he had that website, it was definitely there. She does a quick switch over, and then she has a hard, what would you call it? Eye scrunch, eye blink right there. It's kind of when you get that response when there's a contradiction from the words that you're saying that they're coming out of your mouth from what is actually in your mind. So that was very forced.
Okay. Look at that look. Miss Lockhart, would you like to read the question that Muse is so upset with?
Yes, that is also from Kelly Brooks. Scam is asking for housing and free food, not paying bills.
There we go. Well, we've already got the grimace. So
That's like a hush your mouth type thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you know everything. I'm glad that you're so smart.
That seemed Mugnuts. That seemed disingenuous to me.
Yeah, I think we need a body language expert.
I'm not an expert, but it did seem disingenuous.
I don't think she meant that.
No, I don't think so either.
That's a great quote. I'm surprised I didn't have that one.
That is a good one.
A good deflection, though.
I honestly didn't want to fucking do this. I knew exactly what was going to happen. The Kiwi Farms thing, I was like, sure, whatever, we can post about that. But like this.
She to be clear, she is 1 hour and 11 minutes into this stream.
And she's about to raise the roof from what it looks like.
Yeah, that's right.
See, I can't remember what's in the chat at that point, but I'm fairly certain there was a good majority of the things she didn't want to answer. So she immediately went to a body position change. Like, she's very uncomfortable in here. Like, this is a really good moment because her stress has just been elevating and it hasn't been alleviated too much. I do have a feeling, I think it's shortly after, there's going to be a message from YouTube Schizophrenic, and you'll notice that she gets a lot of relief from that. She's looking right now desperately for anything to grasp onto to get, find as a source of strength again.
Okay.
This is exactly what was going to happen. Just want to go talk to my friend.
Yeah, there we go. Here's Mugnuts again. Mugnuts?
How many alters do you have? Can you describe their differences or similarities? And it's a pretty easy question. And I was thinking that, hey, she's in a good stress moment here. She's looking for something that she wants to grasp onto. Why not talk about your real condition and educate some people, which is what you want to do on the internet, apparently. And then we'll see her response.
And at the very least, maybe we can get a song number from Mary Poppins.
We don't really have very many similarities. And no, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, so, fuck you.
Fuck your question.
Yeah, I reject your question.
And especially when she knows that it's the body language guy.
Yeah.
In her mind, everything he's asking her is to get a gauge on her. So maybe he knows, maybe he saw some other video where she described their personalities and differences, and he's going to match that up with what she said, or he's going to say, well, you looked left for this one, so are you making that up? So she doesn't want to answer that question. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on guard.
Remember, we're a pathological liar.
Of course, our favorite point. You've used that quite a few times in your.
I've used that almost as many times as Tom Brady dropping that one pass in Super Bowl 53.
Oh, I remember that.
He was running out in the flat.
They
he
could
had
have won.
no one around him for 10 or 15
Right.
yards, and the pass was.
Anyway.
I think they lost
thrown by
that.
Julian Edelman. Now, I think Julian Edelman was a college quarterback, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it was right
so,
in his hands. Yeah.
So he threw the ball right to his hands, and
Yeah.
Tom Brady, at the very least, a first down, and maybe even winning that game.
Yeah,
But
they could have won that game. It was a very close game.
Yeah, that was.
They lost that one, if I remember correctly.
They did lose that one. They did
Yeah.
lose that one.
bad.
Tiffany, did they lose that one?
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
It was against
So
the
a Patriots-
Philadelphia.
a Patriots
So
fan who's delusional.
let me fact check that, because I think one of Tiffany's. I think Debbie might have just answered that question, or Casey.
Right.
Fucking screenshot that shit. Use it in your next video. I don't care anymore.
Boy, did he ever, Muse. You should.
Thank you.
And you got permission, so.
I did. Yeah, I got express written permission of the NFL for
That's
that
right.
one pass in Super Bowl 53. Oh, you mean that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your little story time adventure is going to be over anyways.
The fuck does that mean?
Can't
The
violate
gag
some.
order.
What's up?
So she said my story, because I was doing my videos.
Yeah.
But she was saying that my story time adventure would be over because she had just filed that domestic violence order of protection. So she thought it would act as a gag order.
Oh,
and so I wouldn't be able to continue making videos.
She's referring to your videos as storytime adventures.
Story time adventures, yeah.
That's how I think of your videos.
That's what I always call them.
Yeah. Storytime with Wes Moast.
That was almost the original name of my channel, Storytime Adventures with Wes Moast.
Yeah, I like it.
And then the other one was Alpha Male Derek, but I decided not to do
Yeah,
that.
no.
CWs and expect nothing to fucking happen. No, he's not.
Oh, Christ, Muse. Or Quinn. Okay, Miss Lockhart.
So Banana Nut Bread is back.
Yes.
Wes is honest about his previous website work.
That wasn't I didn't see a question mark at the end of that. Well,
There is
well,
a
I do.
There's a question mark at the end of
Okay,
it.
but it wasn't supposed to be there, so please don't read it like that. Let's try again. Well, yeah, what Banana Butt Bread was saying.
Hey, what? God damn it.
I've been open about my previous website work in adult dating, or adult movies, or regular dating. I've always been open about that. So, but she was trying to act like she was letting people, like I was a youth pastor, and she's letting people know I have this dark secret. That was never something that I've hidden. When I was working with Vince, trying to help him with Chris, that was how I was working with him. I have experience doing these things.
Oh my god, y'all are fucking dumb. It's
Jesus.
not a dating site, it's a fucking escort site. And on top of that, he was making personalized porn that he wanted models for. And we were flying out there once again because I already know that you guys fucking been told this because I was co-condoring this. It's already explained.
She's not happy with the people in the chat.
No, but
Her eyes are closed the whole time for that. It's no.
and do you think that's because of? Sorry.
There's a couple things for when people make the statements with the eyes closed thing. I don't think she's doing it to try to hide her eyes like consciously there. I think it's just more the reaction. As the eyes are closed, the body is avoiding giving an eye contact when you tell someone a truthful statement. And we still do those things even though we have cameras in front of them. We still look straight into them as we give the comments of what we believe to be true and everything like that. And that just it says to me that she does not believe it's true, right? And as she says that whole thing, her eyes are just closed through it, right? She's also shaking back and forth and everything. She's just giving a lot of negative position to a positive statement, which doesn't match.
Okay.
Yes, it's working.
Oh, okay. Here, this is a key moment, Miss Lockhart, if you would.
Okay, so we have Glitter Queen of Spades. Did you get your feeding tube fixed?
Okay, so
I think we're gonna see that.
I think we're gonna see what's behind the what's in the magical backpack. There it is.
Oh God, I almost made it fall. No, you can't see. It's running. That little swirly thing.
The one time she puts something in front of the screen that you can read.
And that was the thing, is that I know a lot of people question if the feeding tube was real, and I've said I know it was real because there were bloody bandages left all over the place. So that is real, but I don't think it's necessary. And from the beginning, she told me that it was permanent and she would never be able to eat regular foods in her life, that this was a permanent thing. And everyone I've talked to was like, no, those are not permanent. So yeah, she had a feeding tube on. Yes, it was active at that moment. But I promise you, when this stream was over, that thing went off and she went somewhere and got something to eat that was made out of carbs and salt and
perhaps chicken fries.
Probably chicken fries. It was probably chicken fries.
Yeah, but it's chicken fries.
They're not sponsoring this week, so I didn't want to give them as many shout outs.
Oh yeah.
What's that gray
sponsored.
Sticker on that thing?
On what thing?
On
the top left of the screen on her device there's a big gray sticker.
I think it's just a picture. Oh.
Looks like Lauren fisting an obese woman.
That's probably what it is.
That might be what it is.
That's probably what it is.
No, you can't see.
But yeah, and Wes, I think you said in one of, I don't know if you said it on one of our last streams, but you said that backpack, that whole thing you only saw that when she was about to live stream or when she was going to go out in public.
Yeah, that was the only time that the feeding tube be used. And then she would make sure to loudly talk about her feeding tube. Mm-hmm. So that, even if you didn't know what it was or you didn't notice it, you were going to, because any dog that came up to her at the dog park, she would be like, hey, your dog must like my feeding tube.
Seriously?
Yeah, like that, and never in an English accent either, which would have been better.
Yeah, that would have been great.
That little swirly thing. It's not Corey anymore, but that's okay. If you're new, you probably can't tell the difference. I mean, nope. Some of our listeners...
And because I'm full of shit, you probably can't tell the difference. So...
If only it was as easy as that old He-Man character, the head switched.
Oh, yeah, what was that guy's name? Manny Faces.
Tri-Face. Yeah, Many Faces.
Manny Faces, yeah, Manny Faces. You just switch his head around. Or Orko, because he sucked ass, but...
The difference between me and Corey is Quinn.
Well, the title said Corey. That's probably why.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah.
Can we do a video on the camera?
Oh, okay. So now is an opportunity to plug her
actually autistic store.
Yeah, her business, and I guess she was making candles or some shit.
Yeah, there were supposed to be stim candles and things like that for people with autism. So she had a Etsy store, and it was supposed to be items for people with autism, and that's why I believe the autism. She was so anxious to get the autism diagnosis. It was hashtag actually autistic. And she called herself a handicapped autistic artist who was making these things. You charge a higher price than them because you're helping to, you're helping to support someone who saying they're having a hard time getting work and those other things. So Yeah, that's what she's talking about here. Either that or it was Wicca candles because she was doing something with that.
Yeah, because she was cottage Wiccan, right around this time as well, right?
Yep.
Candles. Yeah, this is the shit that Muse would have liked to be happening if they were still around. We don't have any candle making supplies at this.
Have my tarot cards. Don't have my candle making supplies or my medical records. So the things that I could have actually used, I do have a case of ramen noodles though, if that helps.
Well, why would you need that other stuff if you have the tarot cards? You know the future. So
That's true. That's true.
kind of stupid, Clobber.
Yeah, no, I apologize to them.
Current moment. So sadly, no. But in the future, maybe. No.
Okay, Miss Lockhart.
I can't read it. There's affiliate goals. Did Wes make you quit adult work?
Okay,
And remember, she said earlier that she had been forced to quit.
Okay, and then if you just heard her, she just said no. So let's hear the rest of the explanation.
We quit because he's creepy.
Oh.
We quit because he was on our OnlyFans and was being a creep. So.
Okay. Well, as opposed to the upstanding people who are on OnlyFans.
The OnlyFans that never got looked at or never discussed.
Yeah.
But like, it's still, yeah. So she quit. Now she quit because I was creepy. Earlier she was forced to quit, and that was because I was on the OnlyFans. So
okay. Good thing you're off of OnlyFans now, Wes, because that's the only creepy person who was on OnlyFans was Wes
guys.
Moast.
If you have an OnlyFans, you're safe
because Wes is gone.
I'm not there being creepy right now.
That's right. Oh, okay, Mugnuts.
Interesting. That's what deceivers do to deflect. Typical.
Say that again, but with volume, Mugnuts.
Sorry, interesting. That's what deceivers do to deflect. Typical. So that's all of her actions just before that, after getting away from the hard stuff.
Okay.
Where did you go to
So
school
this is
at?
a confrontation part.
And now she's asking for your resume.
Huh? Where do you go to school?
Who are
He's
you,
a
hon?
fly reading guy. I know this is all fucking kicks and giggles for you, but you made the emotional protector cry, and now I've got to come out and be a cunt. So now
shit.
majority of you don't like.
Oh fuck, Mugnuts! You woke up the inner cunt.
The emotional protector who is
Quinn is after your ass, Mugnuts.
Quinn came out because of Mugnuts' ridiculous line of questioning, and now Quinn's got some questions.
Yeah, oh fuck. Hope you're happy, Mugnuts.
My presence, but
Barry.
there's a reason why I was created.
Although Mugnuts was just asking like pretty, again, even in the chat, he was asking just pretty like straightforward, he wasn't the Stan Chan who was being a bit of a dick, as Stan is wont to do. Okay.
I was hoping she would challenge me more, but
yeah, apparently. Well, she does want to know where you went to school. So if you can,
Look at that pause.
I know I'm great. I'm the best in the business, Wes. Miss Lockhart.
Banana nut bread. Why did you fly out there if you knew he had a sex website?
All right.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Hold on, I got to give you the real.
Uh-oh. She's going Blair Witch on us.
We had been doing this for 6 years. Does that answer your question?
No.
God damn.
Now it's
Not
upset.
at all.
No, yeah.
now I'm getting reactions to me from the other people's questions too, right? So she's really thinking about me.
She didn't answer the question.
No, she did
at
not.
all.
No, she gave her resume.
Yeah, you're hired. That's all she did. But she was saying that there was this creepy website and these other lies that she's trying to make up after the fact to try and find anything she could to make it look like it was possible that she was trafficked for some reason. And the question is, well, if you're so put off by this website, why did you go out there if you knew about it? And her answer was, well, I've been doing this forever. So were you creeped out by it, or was it something you were completely used to? It can't be both. Just like you can't be kicked out and you can't also flee. It can't be both.
Why does this remind me of like when the Joker had the camera on
in
Dark Knight?
Yeah, yeah.
That actually answers another one of my things. I don't want to say.
Are you the real
publicly
Batman?
on it, but
let's see. Is she gonna read it? Okay, goddamn you, Muse. I mean, hold on. Sorry. Fuck it. All right, Miss Lockhart, we got stone silence, so we're not going to get an answer to this, but would you like to read it?
All right, just eating tush. They know it, but choose to neglect the facts you've provided. People on the internet love to pick a side and not listen to facts.
Okay. Well, I think we know what side just eating tush is on.
Oh,
I just want to know where the proof and facts were. Did I miss those?
That was.
Those are coming up.
It was before the stream and after the stream. There were facts and all kinds of facts and receipts that were provided.
Right.
Just not to anyone here.
No. Okay. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but Miss Lockhart?
So Phoenix says, is Wes still networked with RSN?
Oh, right. This was part of the conspiracy.
Yeah, this is. I've never been networked with anyone. I always try and make that clear. There were a lot of people who gave me shit for going on RSN show on New Year's Eve. I didn't even know who RSN was. I'd never heard of them.
Yeah.
And I had people contact me, tell me why I shouldn't. I'm not aligned with anyone. I'm independent. If I have a news story to tell, I'll go on wherever. And if someone doesn't like that or like me for that it is what it is. But no, I've never been networked with anyone. But yeah, you're right. It became part of the conspiracy.
Yeah, and you know how he convinced Muse to communicate to him? Do you want to hear that part?
I do.
Because I think that's personally pretty fucked up. Saying that he was gonna out RSN, but now nothing is real. All of the things that everyone wants to believe about us.
See, now she's Mary Poop. Right now she's Mary Poopins.
Yeah. There's a little bit of
nothing is real. Can I be put in your fault?
There's a bit of poopins there.
Yeah.
And and I know I told the story last time, but yeah, I was looking at doing an investigation into RSN because when I got on the Twitter, I had a lot of people contacting me about this guy I had gone on a show with and telling me that I needed to talk to these victims because he was doing all these crazy things. And the spokesperson for this group, the person chosen as the figurehead to represent these victims who were wanting to group together almost like the Onision victims. Mm-hmm. And so she was trying to position herself to get on the Chris Hansen show, which is why Vince was involved.
Oh.
And so the Muse was Manny Faces, was the figurehead. This was the spokesman for the group. So I was put in contact with her. And so it's true. That was why contact was made. I was supposed to be looking at doing an investigation to RSN.
Okay.
They get to decide what's the truth, I guess. Because anytime we try to open our goddamn mouth, you might as well be shitting in it.
It's not a bathroom floor.
Shit on your...
How much does that cost?
Shit in your mouth, Governor.
It depends on what day of the week or if you have a coupon.
Miss Lockhart?
The bunny wants to know, did Bean get her bark box yet?
Oh, I think I saw that. I think I saw this TikTok with the bark box.
No, I don't think so. Let me check.
Yeah, fuck
No.
Bean.
She hasn't gotten it yet.
Was the dog picking it up?
Apparently.
Yeah.
And again, she made one of these TikToks where it was like, oh, here's me being cute with my cute little dog, and I'm a good person because I bought my dog a bark box, and
Yeah. Well, she was trying to get free bark boxes. She was trying to get enough views from those videos to where she could get some sort of sponsorship or, of paid reads with BarkBox.
Are you serious?
So she would email them every time she put up a video and try and either get the month free or some free months, or get them to pay her to do some reads. Hey, I'm Muse, and when I'm not kicking my dog, I'm in a BarkBox.
Yeah. Oh, once your video comes out, that endorsement deal is going to be.
Yeah, it's probably going to be gone.
That's going to be gone.
Mugnuts, and then we have to listen to the response to this one, because I think this is where her response is like pretty crazy.
Okay, Mugnuts.
Okay, so I'm introducing a futility kind of statement into here. It's somewhat of an ultimatum in a way, but it's not. It's a cold hard fact, and it's blunt. And I know she's in a stressed state, so this is a good time. I'm glad she picked it while she was doing her swaying back and forth, trying to recuperate. But basically, if you continue these types of life choices, you will be across the table from people just like me. Not a matter of if, but when.
Ooh.
Right? So to me, in that statement there, it's a little bit vague, but at the same point, it's I know she's aware of her lies. I know she's aware that she's got the GoFundMes out there that claim to have certain conditions that it really does not look like she has them, right? So therefore, there's a fraud element to it. Depending on whether someone comes forward as a victim of being duped or anything and reporting it and then looking into it, she'll get by, but it's only a matter of time. Like it's not like I said, it's not a matter of if, but it's when. Everybody gets caught for when they do stuff, right?
Okay, let's see what she has to say about that.
Across the table from people just
she's giving you
Hold on. I think this response is gonna be great.
Okay.
Let's see.
me. Not a matter of if, but when. I don't know who you think you are, but no, we're not going to be sitting across the table from each other anytime soon. And if so, you would definitely, if we were in that line of work, even need to pay us to breathe the same air, to be honest, because you don't seem like a pleasant individual. We tend to like people that are kind, want to help others, and generally
hold on, fuck. Yes, those are the kind of people she looks for, because they help her out and then she fucks them over.
Yeah, those are her
people who are kind and want to help others. That's her bread and butter.
Yeah, it's called looking for victims.
You guys are just like, oh, so spicy. I don't know if YouTube Schizophrenic is in here, but dude, I'm not in a crybaby mood today.
See, what was my prediction on that? She's gonna look for her YouTube Schizophrenic as she like the help me, and that was it. That was the help me moment. She needs something. Her little deflection there was pretty pathetic in a way. It didn't even address the words actually represented. So
no.
Same mood as Corey. Our bullshit.
And is it just me, or is she doing is she trying to show off the the double jointed in the shoulder?
I mean, that's what it looks like to me.
I think she's just really uncomfortable. She can't keep her body still, right? She's got, when you're confronted with stressful situations, right? She's not exactly in fight or flight, because there's been no full damning accusation that she needs to figure out that she has to fight or run. Like, she's technically in the fight stage because she's deflecting and laughing it off and all that stuff like that. But this is a kind of a point where I think that she's looking for a way out here. She wants out.
All right.
Meter is the fuck up. It's done. I'm done. I'm more done than her. She's in the back crying, but she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
All right, Miss Lockhart.
All right, so Phoenix says, wait, so Wes told you he was going to expose the RSN?
Okay, let's see what we have to say.
Yeah, that was the whole ploy. That's like the whole fucking point. No, I'm quoting the thing. It's not a rude thing. I apologize.
Ooh, yes,
Seemed like a rude thing, but again.
Mary makes a good point. She's making herself a smaller target. Yep.
Oh.
TikTok. Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's not reading this one either. Miss Lockhart, please.
So the bunny says, "Aw, she deserves it. She's a good girl."
And again, talking about Bean.
The bark box, I think.
Yeah.
She's just vibing. Hold on. I'll take you guys around. Oh, look, it's so disgusting in here. Oh.
Yeah. So, Wes, you had brought up in our last video that.
Yeah, she likes to do this to make it seem like, it's to throw dirt on what I said about her being a dirty, disgusting piece of shit who doesn't know how to keep an area clean. She did this when she was at the live stream with YTS2 when she was at the home before where she is now. And, she did the same thing. Oh, look at how disgusting and dirty this place is. Well, I mean, she shit on that guy's floor.
Yeah, right, yeah.
She
didn't take
left
a picture
a mess
of that.
and she was so damaging to his psyche. All of their communication was through Facebook Messenger while they were in the same house. And this wasn't something he got from me. It had started prior to my first video even coming. She was there just a few days. I mean, she ate a whole box of frozen waffles and pretended that she didn't have any idea what happened to them. The waffle ghost must have eaten them.
Yeah, that happens.
So let's do about 5 more minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll do a quick read on the dog there.
Yeah, the dog's looking to jump out of a fucking window.
Actually, it's true. The dog's looking at the door. That's the only way out.
Yeah, exactly. The dog wants to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Dog doesn't want to.
Don't drag me into this.
Yeah, dog doesn't want to. I can't live like this.
The grossest living environment ever. There's pee everywhere.
Yeah, let's see it in 2
I'm
weeks.
sitting in it right now.
Probably.
Yeah. Mary Poopins don't care.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, okay. So Miss Lockhart, she seemed to be a little upset with this question.
Okay, the tone knob Joe. What is that? Douches?
Or
Douches?
Dacious? I have no idea.
Decius.
Okay.
Flavorlicious.
Oh, deuces. Is that deuces?
No, it's
Okay.
Decius, I think.
no.
I don't think you
Okay.
should try and guess anything flavorlicious. Just
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't think that
That is
part
true.
matters.
I failed the last time I tried. Okay. I try not to judge people I've never met.
All right, she was very happy to see that question.
I would agree with
$20,
that.
that's the last thing
I
you
would
see
agree
before
with that on
barrage of dick pics.
Yeah.
most things. However, maybe there's certain times when you should judge, because if you get any type of alarm bells, like, somebody randomly sending Halloween pictures and then sending an actual penis,
Oh my goodness.
maybe don't engage with them.
So, and this, when she sang that, she had sent the chats between us to YTS. And I know that when she sent them to him, she had deleted a lot of things, just like what Vince did when he sent text messages to Magdar. But I have the original, and that's not how anything went, unless 12 or 13 messages were deleted in between there. But there was a request. And then, but she tries to make it seem like I'm like, hey, check out Halloween, and there's my dick. So you're just driving your car, going around town, then oops, there's my penis.
Trick or treat.
And that's not at all what happened. And again, though, none of that would be trafficking. None of that would be domestic violence. If that's what happened, it would have been while she was still in Georgia. Why would she come out here? And then why would she be like, oh my God, I'm surprised if I just supposedly, was just having a regular, normal conversation, then I'm just whipping out dick pics. Because I know a guy named, I won't say his name, but who would love to have gotten that dick pic. So why would I just be sending it to people completely unsolicited? Don't send unsolicited dick pics. Don't send dick pics that you have to apologize for after either, for any reason.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
I find it funny that she also thought of dick pics when seeing this guy's face too.
Just a thought. We're not pale.
Okay, here was she. Goddamn, she's a terrible host, Miss Lockhart.
Glitter Queen of Spades says, "You look so tiny and pale."
Oh, tiny, pale, frail.
Y'all, we're also not white. Like, I find it funny that, like, people will be like, she's white 1 minute, right? And then the next minute we'll be like, no, she didn't even know if she was Japanese or if she was Chinese. And I'm like,
fuck is she talking
no,
about?
we're fucking tan. We're not. It's the lighting, if anything, but we're actually more darker. More darker than we used to be.
Wes Moast.
So
What
Joe Biden's one of her alters too?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So what she was talking about there is that she had told Brittany Simon that she said something like, "Hey, I just found out that my great grandma's Chinese, so I'm part Chinese." And to me, she told me that she was half Japanese or something. And then there was that comment where someone's on the video she had made about Brittany Simon. Someone said, "What if I just told you that you were like a bad person because what if I just told you were a bad person without any proof?" And she said, "Well, then you'd be committing a hate crime because I'm Japanese and I'm disabled. So good luck with that, my dude."
she loves to drop the my dudes.
Oh, no, and a vulnerable adult. That's what she said.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah. So good luck with that, my dude.
My dude.
I counter your Japanese card with cultural appropriation. You're speaking English.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Miss Lockhart?
Yes.
Phoenix has another question.
Okay, so can someone explain what Wes's website is or was?
And it actually was.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's still up.
Oh.
But so she was saying at the time.
Yeah, but it's not.
Because she didn't
know
the name of it. She was saying that it was gone because that would allow her to make up a lie about. I'm sure she has no idea what the Wayback Machine is. Mm-hmm. But she could claim it was an escort site because she thought the website was gone. She just didn't know the name of it.
Okay, got it.
So she was saying the wrong name. Whatever she had gone to is not a site. So there was nothing there. So she was like, bingo, I'm going to use this and say it was an escort site. And I'll say that that's how it was trafficking because he was trying to force me into doing some sort of paid sex work or getting people for him to get as escorts.
Okay.
Which website? The like actual porn one is called customx.com.
No, mycustomx.com.
Oh, I thought that one was the oh no, I'm thinking of bsbuilder.com.
No, it was mycustomx.com, not customx.com. That's why she couldn't find the site.
Okay.
Basically, that website is one in which you could hire a model, but there were no models for some mysterious reason. He wasn't able to get any.
There's like 100 models on the site.
Okay. Well, maybe on the whatever website she was looking for.
Well, the website she went to was a dead URL. There was nothing.
Didn't exist. Maybe that's why
maybe
that's why she thinks.
Yeah, so she could say there's no one on the site, and try and make it seem like because I was just for whatever reason I couldn't get anyone on the site, so that's why she was here. But anyone could go to the site and go back in the Wayback Machine, and there have been the same number of models on that site for like 2 or 3 years, however long it's been up and dormant.
She's also displaying every deceptive factor you can possibly throw into an explanation. So think of a scenario where your kid has taken the cookies out of the cookie jar and eaten them all, right? And you ask the kid, "Okay, did you eat the cookies?" And they're like, "No." Like, well, what happened to them? Now, imagine their body language as they're telling you the story on that, and that's exactly what she's portraying here. She's getting very infantile.
Oh, wait a minute. Does that mean Little Tay's? We're gonna get a Little Tay appearance?
It's just
damn it.
It's just the regression part of her trying to.
I was hoping for Little Tay.
Not be deceptive, but she can't help it.
We all love Little Tay, though.
Fuck them over. So there's that. He needed help, just like Onision needed help.
Oh, she's comparing you to Onision now. That's not good.
Well, I mean, like a week before that, she was the female Onision.
Yeah, she's Onision.
I'm Bronision, and she was Onision.
Right.
So there's like a whole. That's actually kind of a Bronision, Honision, and Onision. That's like a WWF 1990s tag team, and she would be the manager that would walk us down to the ring.
I'd definitely wear that T-shirt.
Yeah, right.
In the sense of collecting women, same type of deal. You need a pretty little bait in order to make people feel comfortable with you when you're a 40-year-old man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, pretty little bait.
And how was she pretty little bait to get? I mean, I've worked in that industry since 2001, and never at any point did I have to say anything other than it pays blank per hour. It's the adult film industry. Ron Jeremy is not an attractive man by any sense, and he's had no problem working in the industry for decades, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what matters is here's how much money it pays, and here's what time you need to be there. Please don't be high on cocaine.
Yeah.
He's also got a massive dong and a I can do anything attitude. So
well, let's not talk about me on the stream. Let's do that.
No,
you meant
so
Ron Jeremy.
Let's move on. Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta be clear, Mugnuts.
Yeah.
It's the truth. You do.
All right, Mugnuts.
Okay. So you do remember that I found your backyard story from 2016 to show no discernible deception. Does that not exclude bias?
And can you explain what the backstory or the backyard story is?
So there was a video with a claim that I had to look into to get a read on it. So I did a couple looks at some of her other streams where she's just technically acting normal, answering response. So I got a baseline for it. Then I watched kind of a vlog video that she did. She was in a backyard. She had looked like a cell phone or something. She was doing the camera and telling a story. Now there were some cuts and edits in it in certain points, but the vast majority of the story, when it came to her trauma points and all that stuff like that, they give honest hits, right? They came from her memory emotion, her breakdown moments where she actually did head crying moments. Those matched, her body language matched with what was going on at the moment. Now, when I say there was no discernible deception, I'm not being fully honest with her. There were small marks, but they weren't anything I guess you would say to fabricate the story part, but certain elements were kind of, I wouldn't say fully omitted, but they were changed in kind of a self-preservation motion. Like, for example, when she mentioned she was panhandling, right? She went to her creative side to find a better word for that. I don't believe it was panhandling. I believe it's something else that kind of had a little bit of shame to it. To me, the story in there, if I were to speculate from what I read off of it, is that she was young and some people tried to pimp her out. And they probably succeeded, right? And she may not want to explain that. Now, that's just speculation. I'm not saying that that's a fact or anything, but as to how I gave the read on that is, yeah, she's got a trauma. And after I did that video, I switched to another video, and I'm like, okay, let's find out when she is deceptive, like really deceptive. I've already got a read on her truth expressions and whatnot. And then I found a video where she's on a train, apparently talking to go to a surgery. And I found it just rife with deception, whether she was talking about her GoFundMes and what they were for, what she's going to be doing at the hospital, all that stuff like that, constantly going to the creative side, not picking anything in there. So that's how I made the call that her backyard story had been mostly truthful.
That was her leaving my house when she was on the train.
Yeah, I didn't know that until you told me that afterwards. Yeah, so they knew about this knowledge because I had left a very long comment on one of Dady's videos shortly after Wes's video came out, because there was I thought this was a great opportunity to kind of give a bit of a voice of reason to people, because there have been so many situations that are coming up where the victim status is automatically believed. And it really does a disservice because it removes the due process, and people are totally oblivious to the fact that you got to wait till all the facts come out. You can't make all the decisions and rush to it and immediately believe people because you want to help them, right? Some people can use that to take advantage of your goodwill, your altruistic nature to be good to other people, is being or has the ability to be used. And in this situation, there's more proof to show that this is the case, that someone is using that victim status to turn someone else into a victim. And the fact that they're not looking at that or seeing that this person is turning someone into a victim, that they're predating on them in the same way. So it was a good time that came out. So I gave a bit of an explanation to that, so as it didn't show that I was being biased or I had something against her or anything. I just laid out the facts there, and it went over pretty well.
Well, let's see what she has to say, and then we'll wrap this baby up.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Remember, I found your backyard story from 2016 with no discernible deception. Does that not exclude bias?
She's doing a.
So you are a body reader.
Oh, so now he is
But
legitimate.
that doesn't explain to me what you're talking about with the table. You're not going to be reading our body language from across the table anytime soon, nor anyone in your field.
All right. Well, I guess that was the answer.
Yeah, that was a good answer.
And that's
I like
Yeah,
that.
And that is a very, very nervous fear response smile.
sure seemed
It's
like
starting to hit her here.
it. All right. Well, we are probably we're about 3/4, so it looks like this is going to be a 4-part series. I want to thank everybody who donated today. Again, everything is going to be going to the Polaris Project, and they are matching it. So the Polaris Project is matching it. So I appreciate everybody who donated today. Mugnuts, my man, thank you so much for lending your expertise to this. You were the star of this stream. Well, Mary Poopins was the star of the stream, but you were
Yeah, she's the star.
you were
Actually,
definitely.
I don't know. I'm holding out for Tone Knob Joe Desis there. That smile and that Amish beard.
So Mugnuts,
Hard to
you have
get that
a.
out of my mind.
I'm not sure. Do you have a channel or?
I do. I haven't
Oh,
put any
okay.
content out. I've been trying to figure out a way to do what I do. So I did a little bit of looking into the other channels that kind of do that. And the sad thing is, it's just like, well, shit, like that's pretty strong competition, right? I have a little bit of a different take on certain aspect and the technique for it. So I'm just trying to think of what's the best way to do it and not allow people to use that to become better liars. Like I'm not too afraid of people using it to become better liars because it doesn't matter. You're in front and you're talking to them. It's going to show, right? You're masking the deception by knowing how the techniques and tools go. It's not going to help you, right? In some aspects, it's actually going to hurt you even more, right? So you can do a ton of research and try to figure out how to train your body to do the right reaction, right motions, the proper responses in those situations, but your body's always going to tell the truth. And it's something I've spent thousands of hours observing people. So it's hard to turn off at times, and I don't know, why not use it for this? Like, I don't currently do it as the career anymore, but it's still fun.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in that.
It's what got me into the TCAP community anyways. I was just searching for interview and interrogation videos to brush up and everything, and then holy shit, the rabbit hole.
Yeah, well, good luck trying to find any lies in Jim Roush's interrogation.
Actually, that's the first one. That was the first one that I went through. That one was amazing.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Tiffany Lockheart, the great and beautiful Miss Tiffany Lockheart. Subscribe to Tiffany Lockheart. I just saw there's only one video on your channel though, Miss Lockhart, and it's a horrible one.
It's the best one. It's my favorite video of all time. So I wanted to make sure that was highlighted there.
Yeah, it was a smart move.
Jesus Christ!
If you want to hear Clobber giggle like crazy, you have to go check that out.
Yeah, that was quite embarrassing. Thank you for recording that, and I'm a victim.
You sure are.
So yeah, Tiffany Lockhart. And of course, I mean, I would hope that everybody is subscribed to Wes. If you want to hear, what was leading up to this, if you want to hear the whole Muse story to this date, check out Wes Moast's channel. Wes, anything to add?
Yeah, well, I do have that next chapter of the Muse video coming out soon, and also something that really hasn't been addressed from tonight, but a story about a predator who was uncovered kind of within a community that a lot of us here belong to. So that is being developed into a story that'll get a pretty big platform. So be on the lookout for that. I'll provide some more information about that as it comes up, but that should be next week or early the week after that one's coming out. So okay. I haven't made anything on my channel in a while, but I'm getting back into it.
Well, subscribe to Wes and don't miss any of this, and also follow Wes on Twitter. He's very
I do
active
a lot on Twitter.
He's very active on Twitter. So, all right. Also, I do want to mention Ree's video again. Ree did a video about her Muse's diagnoses, and Ree basically just tore her to shreds, and it was fantastic. So I'm going to have a link in the description to that. And, of course, Allie the Alien, the great Allie the Alien. This time I actually gave her, like, notice before I needed the thumbnail.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I gave her like 3 days notice. So, but yeah, she has a store, and she does great work. Allie.
Awesome designs. Make sure you support Allie the Alien and Ree.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Reborn. Subscribe to TCAP Recipes.
Right.
Don't forget the Cash App.
And never, ever, ever forget the Cash App. All right. Anybody got any final thoughts before I wrap this baby up?
No, that's it for me.
I got one.
Okay. What's up?
Just in case I'm not on another stream again soon, I would just like to end on the note that when I mentioned the statement there that she deserved liberty, she has the rights of every other human being, I really did mean that, right? Because what I see here is I see someone that uses a past trauma that was real, right, to help her survive. The downside is that it is in somewhat of a predatory and deceitful nature that she has to do that, or that she feels she has to do that. She has no other way. She deserves to be a better person, right? We all deserve better people to live in our society and not take advantage of our goodwill, right? So in a way, she's a victim of herself, and it would be nice if she could, get an eye-opening moment and address her issues, own up to what her problems are, and then try to work and be a better person, right? And then she wouldn't get any shit on the internet.
Yeah, no, that's that would be nice. I would say unlikely, but it is a nice thought. All right, I should be on again tomorrow with my To Catch a Predator nonsense, and then Sunday for Sunday with COD. So if you're not subscribed to me,
Isn't that Friday that you do the other thing?
the To Catch a Predator thing, yeah.
What day is today?
Today's Thursday.
Oh, shit. All right, I lost a day.
So, all right. That's about it. Thank you again to everybody who donated. Thank you to everybody who we had a pretty good sized turnout today. So thank you to everybody who came and chatted with us. Until next time, goodbye, my precious princesses.